Hello there everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot. I am your tarot reader Stephanie, and today's reading is about what the tea on you is. We're going to be seeing what the gossip, what the tea, what people are saying about you, who's been talking about you, why are they talking about you, and just overall like what is being said. We have 5 piles here for you today. Pile 1 we have a lepidolite stone. Pile 2 we have the black moonstone. Pile 3 we have a golden healer. Pile 4, we have the dragon stone, and pile 5, we have the rose quartz. So take a few deep breaths. Maybe brace yourselves because you might not be hearing things that you want to hear. After all, this is gossip, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello there, pile 1. If you chose the lepidolite, then we have a reading here for you about what the tea on you is. What are people talking about you? What gossip is going around about you? And yeah, just what are people saying about you? I am hearing, oh, it's by El Alfa. It's a reggaeton, no, or dembo. I can't remember what type of song this is called, but it's Curaçao. And it's definitely like a party song. It is an ultimate party song. And maybe there's something here about your good vibes, your partying nature, if you have that, or just you being a good time in general. Regardless, I don't think you even have to be a party person. You could just be the person in the office who, you know, livens up the space, or people just really enjoy being in your company. It feels fun. There's something fun about you. We're going to go ahead and get the oracles, and this will give us a glimpse into what the situation is, who these people are, as well as how you're being perceived. And then we're going to go into the tarot to get like the juicy details about what they are saying about you. So let's start with the card that you chose. 6 of Swords, 6 of Daggers. Oh, these cards are so fun. I don't know if you can see it. You see how it changes? Yeah, so all the cards are like this. I'm just going to be playing around with them because this is new for me. But the 6 of Daggers, 6 of Swords, you have recently left a certain situation and come into a different place. So I feel like it's going to be 2 camps here. The people who you have left behind and the people that you are now currently with. I feel like you're new in a situation here. So there's plenty to talk about you here, pile 1. Even if you're typically somebody who isn't the talk of the town, I feel like you may be in this particular situation. It could be a work situation where you left one job and went to another. It could also be you moving to a new town, a new neighborhood, something along those lines. You are somewhere new and people are noticing you. And what I have to specify here is that you're like the only new person. This isn't multiple people that are new. Or you might be one of the few new people, but regardless, you have made an impact on people because I do see them talking. So let's get you a card to signify you. Psychic. Some people, if you're openly psychic, I feel like some people know this, or maybe they just kind of are weirded out by the fact that you have such a strong intuition about certain things. Definitely the people you've left behind, they know this, and maybe they kind of missed that ability that you had to be able to perceive things very accurately. And the new people are kind of freaked out by this. It's like, oh, we can't get anything past pile 1. And you did choose lepidolite, which is also a third eye stone, but specifically a calming one. So this is somebody who is, they're saying, this is how they're perceiving you, that you are somebody who's very comfortable in your psychic ability or in your intuition. Like, you don't question it. And I don't think they do either. We have inspiring. For the new people, you definitely inspire them. This could be, and I've seen this happen, it's kind of funny. If you have like a certain way of dressing or a certain way of being, people could want to copy that because they want to keep up with you. It's like, oh, pile 1 is wearing their hair like that. I want to wear my hair like that. You're setting a trend here, or you're maybe making people step up their game because you make them feel insecure. I see that a lot more with women. I've definitely seen that where there's like a new girl in the office and she's so pretty and all the girls want to like start dressing up a little bit nicer too. And it's subtle, but certain people will see it. It's like, oh, you feel threatened by the new girl. Okay, you're going to dress like that. It's that kind of situation here. Pile 2. You don't have to be a woman. Of course, you could be a guy as well. Maybe guys are hitting the gym extra hard because you've got some guns on you, you know. It's that kind of situation. It's kind of funny, but it's all friendly. I don't think it's anything bad. Of course, this could also mean that you're quickly becoming people's crush as well, because if they're finding you attractive, maybe they, you know, they might shoot their shot here or something. Let's go ahead and get more cards. We're going to get Prism Oracle cards to see the feelings going on here. For my pile 1, what's the tea on them? You're definitely bringing a shift in this into the new place, and the old place is feeling Because I mean, this eye looks like it's crying, so maybe they're quite literally missing you or sad that you're gone. All right, we have confidence and caution. My cards keep falling out today. It's been so annoying. I wonder if you make people a little nervous and makes them drop their things. You make somebody nervous here for sure, but people see you as confident. They see you as also cautious. Like, yes, you're confident. You can confidently do everything, but you're not overly cocky. Like, you don't overstep that boundary of your confidence. It's like, you know your place. So you proceed with caution where you can. You know that you don't know everything, and you're willing to take things step by step. Another way of seeing this is that some people are cautious around you because they don't know how to approach you. I'm seeing somebody who has just such a different energy than they're used to. I really feel that you're just something new to a lot of people, and they don't know how to handle you. Let's go ahead and get more cards. But yeah, I'm seeing this strongly. Some people are off put by your confidence. They're like, who does pile one think they are? But little do they know, pile one, you're kind of the shit here. So we have Boudica, unity. I feel like you really do have this energy where you unify people. I wonder if you're a people person, or if you're really good at getting to know people. So you get everybody on your side, and you may even unite people that don't typically get together, just because you know how to work as a team, how to set common ground, and how to identify goals that everybody has here, especially in a workplace. I feel like for the majority of you, this is going to be a workplace. The place that you left behind, quite the opposite. I feel like people are starting to argue that where you would usually be a middleman, or you would be like a buffer between people or situations, they are now starting to fall apart, or they are like, yeah, they're not uniting, essentially. It's funny that I'm seeing both cases. The people that you left behind also do see you as confident. I feel like if they run into you now, they're seeing that you're shining brighter, that you're being happier, that you're just like, your energy has just multiplied 10 times more so than they ever thought that you could. Like, I think you're taking them by surprise. They thought that you wouldn't. It's not that they thought you wouldn't be able to make it, but they thought you would have a worse time of it. And instead they see you happy, and they were like, well, good for them. All right, let's get you some. This is the Angels and Ancestors deck. I was told to use it. I'm not sure why. I haven't used it in a minute. Ooh, Air Guardian, shift your perception. Yeah, you are shifting perceptions here. Also, I just love her look here. I love her hair. Maybe something about, there's definitely something about your looks that people like. I'm going to put this under here because it's got like a sea theme, an ocean theme here. But there's something about your perspective and your conversation that is very enlivening. Also, your ideas are very different to what people are used to. And that's bringing a new dynamic within this new space that you are. And likewise, the place that you left, not saying that they don't have any new ideas, but it's not the same. Like, the conversations that people had with you are not the same that they have with everybody else. Back of the deck, Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. The new place that you're in, I think people are finding somebody they can confide in. There's something about emotions here. Like, you definitely care about the people in the new space as to where they're not used to being cared about, or they're not used to the kind of compassion that you bring. And I feel like people find this, like, your soul is very attractive. They find this quality, this particular personality of yours very attractive. And like I said, some people are getting crushes on you over this. It's like, you're the kind of person who would ask people, how is your day going? How are you feeling? And, some people are just like, wow, no one ever stops and asks me that. Let me tell you about it, pile one. So yeah, I kind of like that people see a very sympathetic person within you, even if you're not typically this way. And I feel like you express your emotions in a healthy way, in a very open, healthy, and honest way. Like, if you like somebody, or if you really like their work, you're quick to tell them, and you tell them without hesitation, in a way that lets them know that you're not joking about it. Like, I feel like you feel a lot of sympathy for some of the people you have recently met, because you see how they are, or how they work, or how the situation is. I feel like a lot of you are empaths. I did say you were psychic, so that usually goes hand in hand here. Not always, but usually it goes hand in hand. And people love this about you. They're like, wow, pile one is just so kind and loving, and how can we keep them here forever? It's that kind of situation. Yeah, I really feel like you unify, if not people together, then some aspects of themselves. Let's get another card from the archetypes cards. All right, we have Mother and Dilettante. So with Mother, you could literally be a mother, of course, but even if you're not, there's a nurturing energy to you. Like I said, you ask people how their day is going. You talk to them as if you were their mother, like with a lot of loving advice and a lot of care. There's something here about you really caring about people. People like that you care. I feel like they're not used to that, or they're used to something a lot colder or something, this is an environment where they're not used to people asking them about their feelings, their aspirations, whatever's going on internally. And they're like, especially if this is like, I'm seeing like a girl who comes in and like a lot of men are falling for her because she cares. It's that kind of situation. That's not going to be for everybody, of course, but if this resonates, I feel like this is you. Pile 1. There's a mothering energy to you. And of course, if you are a mother, I feel like this mothering energy kind of extends into your workplace or whatever this place is. For the majority of you, this is going to be your workplace. If not, it could be somewhere where you frequent a lot. With dilettante, I am seeing somebody kind of artistic, but in somebody very laid back, because the card says delights in the arts without having to be professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. And the shadow attribute is pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. So I feel like there's like a beginner energy about you, especially like I said, because you're new to this place. There's a beginner energy about you. Some people feel like you haven't sold out yet, though there is a potential for you to do so, because I feel like you're so new, they don't know where you're going to go. I feel like they see the duality in this. Like, you're really good at what you do and you do it for fun, but there's a potential for you to quickly lean in the other way where you're just doing it for the job and not caring. But I feel like some people see you as very genuine, rather genuine, maybe artistic as well, if you do some artistic work here. If not, it could be the way you dress looks artistic, or there's something about your personal expression that is important here. But I really see people just liking you and liking the energy, the vibes that you bring. Even if energy and vibes are not words that they typically use, I feel like they would start using those words around you, because they've never really experienced what it is to be like with a person who cares about the energy that they project onto the world. I feel like you really do care about this, pile 1. I almost said pile 2. Maybe you were called to pile 2 as well. I haven't even made that pile yet. But there's something here about you being confident, but not too confident. You having the power to unite people, but at the same time care about people. I feel like people truly see you as something very, very needed. Like somebody like you was necessary in this new area that you are, and the area that you left behind. They can't replace you. They can try in one aspect or another, but it's kind of like it would take more than one person to replace you for several reasons. Or some people are having to step up their game because you've left them behind. Yeah, I feel like this new experience is something. What's underneath this? Stag, trust and thrive. Yeah, wherever you are right now, you're gonna thrive. You're gonna thrive despite what people may think, or thrive even though they thought you would just be, there. There's a leadership quality to you that people were not expecting, and people truly like this. I think on top of you, again, being having an attractive personality. I was going to say physically attractive, but I don't think that really counts for a lot of you. Like maybe for some of you, it's not a place where looks matter, or where you don't really see people. But I really do feel that people enjoy your conversation, your energy, and the work you do as well. Though I'm not getting the work as much. I don't know what kind of work you do or what kind of environment this is. It could also just be like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a school maybe, because it's like, yeah, there's work, but the work doesn't matter. It could just be a place where there's a lot of social interaction, and that's the actual work. But let's go ahead and get your cards. So we're going to do this in a few pulls. The first pull is going to be what people are saying. These are going to be what they're saying about your appearance, what they're saying about your personality, what they are saying about the things you do, if you will hear about it, and any actions that will be taken because of the things that they are saying. So for my pile 1, this is a new deck, and it shuffles like a dream, but it can shuffle a little bit too much like a dream. if that makes any sense. So what are they saying about your appearance? The world. Okay, I'm hearing you the whole package. I'm hearing good looks and charm. This is your physical appearance. On the outside, you look very well put together. You look very well put together. You might dress very professionally, or you just know how to accessorize, or you may know how to dress for the part. Like, you definitely dress how you're supposed to. Or there's something complete looking about you. Like, whatever you dress like is exactly how they expect somebody like you to dress like. I know that sounds weird, but like, your sense of style makes sense for the kind of person that you are. I'm also seeing... Well, what am I seeing? I'm hearing out of this world. Some of you may have like an ethereal beauty to you. That's not going to be everybody as well, but yeah, there's something out of this world, if that makes sense, or earthy. Okay, so what are they saying about you? Personality, seeker of daggers. So you're very chatty. I feel like you like to make like conversation, but it can get deeper. But I feel like they see you as willing to communicate, or willing to talk, or willing to say something, and they like that. I feel like it seems outgoing to a lot of people. You could also just ask a lot of good questions, and people like this. It's like your conversations are never going to be boring. Your conversations are never going to be one-sided. Like, you always engage people. What are they saying about... Because what were the... Let me just get one. I forget what it was that I said. But let's go ahead and get... Oh, the Fool. Yeah, you're new to this place. It's new beginner energy. But you're not a fool. You're not a fool, pile one, but you're definitely new to the situation. So you may feel like a fool sometimes because you don't know what's going on and you're still new. You're getting used to the area. You're getting used to the environment. You might be getting used to working with certain people as well, like a different type of people. Let's see if you will hear any about it, or what you will do if you hear about it. Okay, we have Ace of Daggers. So people are revealing new things to you that you would never think of. I think people are giving you new perspectives on yourself that you yourself didn't realize you had, or they're pointing out certain things to you that no one's ever pointed out before. Again, it's a new type of people that you are dealing with, so they see something different within you. For example, maybe in your past work, it was all people of a certain age or a certain type, and they didn't see the uniqueness within you. In this new environment, they're seeing it, and they're pointing it out, and they like it. So I feel like, yeah, certain things are being brought to your attention about yourself that you never realized before. And then any actions that are going to be taken as a result of all the gossip and tea on you. Strength. I feel like you're going to take yourself seriously here and really work hard at it, despite anything. Like, despite what this is, doesn't matter what the situation is. I feel like you're going to take the time to really develop your skills here, or develop connections, develop something here that is going to be impactful. You don't like to waste time, so you're going to make sure that you get the most out of this situation, or out of this company, out of this environment, whatever this is. Strength also makes me think of Leo, so you're going to shine for sure. You're going to shine. You're going to become better here. I feel like you're very open to feedback, because we do have the Seeker of Swords. We do have, sorry, the Page of Swords. We have the World and the Fool. These are all cards about learning. All of these are about learning. I feel like you're going to be in your head a lot, or you're going to be open to learning new things that you typically don't do. It's all good stuff. Let's go ahead and clarify these. I'm being told to use the same deck because I kind of like it. But let's clarify what people think of you, your personality. The Pillar. Empress energy. This is the Empress. So you're definitely in feminine energy here, especially if you're a woman. You might dress more femininely, especially if you're not used to it. And if you're a man, there's something about you getting along with the ladies. Or yeah, I feel like regardless of your orientation here, you're getting along with the ladies, or the ladies like you. So there's something about your feminine energy just really shining through. Like I said, you're quickly becoming people's crush because of your personality. If it's not your looks, which I still think for a lot of you it is, it's going to be your personality. All right, let's see how you look like, or sorry, what people are saying about your looks. Oh, that's what this is, your outside. So Page of Swords is somebody who is young and learning. So you look like a student essentially, or just youthful as well. I feel like there's a youthful look to it, regardless of your age, pile one. So what are they saying about your outer appearance? Let's clarify that. Four of Cups. They want to form connections with you. Usually Four of Cups is not letting go of something emotionally, but I'm seeing that people could get stuck on you emotionally, if that makes sense. Like, they can't stop thinking about you. about your appearance. Yeah, you're somebody's work crush already, and it's so cute. This is so cute. Maybe multiple, depending on how many people there are here. It could be multiple people's work crush. It's so cute. And then the Fool. This was your actions. Yeah. So, like I said, you don't know what you're doing. You're new here. So, I feel like people are just noting that you may not know what you are doing, but in like a good way. Like, it's obvious. Like, yes, you're new. So, of course, you're not going to know all the answers here. Let's clarify that to see what they're thinking of that. Oh, there's some work to do. People think you need a little bit more training or that somebody really needs to show you the way, but they see you getting there. They see you working. They see you putting in the effort. So it's not bad. Seven of Globes is the hard at work card. So they do see you taking it seriously. Let's see how you're taking this. Another way you're taking this or things you could do because of this. We have Eight of Pentacles. I'm hearing you're focusing on the rewards here. You're focusing on the goal. And I think for a lot of you, it's just going to be the pay. You're just here for the paycheck. And or you're going to take things that people say to heart and develop and develop your skills or really work on something that you've been told. Like if somebody criticizes something or if somebody brings something to your attention, you're going to work on it. You're not somebody who's just there, to sit around and look pretty. You know that you have a job to do. But I feel like some people may see that as well, again, with the Fool because of the things that you do. But you're not. Like I said, you're not a fool. Let's clarify any other actions that may be taken as a result or what you could get out of this situation as a result of the gossip about you. And then I'm going to channel a little bit more. Ooh, so you find this place really emotionally fulfilling. I'm also seeing you could actually make really good friends here, or you could find like people that are just going to be like a part of your close-knit group. Back of the deck. Oh, wow. King of Wands. You are going to develop into such a charismatic person. Really develop your leadership skills as well, because the King of Wands is somebody who is very charismatic and outgoing, has leadership qualities and a lot of power. I see somebody like you're not going to recognize yourself once you leave this particular space, if you ever leave at pile 1. Because the things people say about you are all good. And a lot of them are just kind of like, no, duh, of course you're in the Fool energy if you're new here. But I see you taking that to heart and not wanting to be in this quote, quote, newbie energy forever. People are going to slowly see your skills develop. And I think any talk about you is good talk. Even if it's negative, people want to help you out. Because I do see, again, the 10 of Cups, people like you. The 4 of Cups, people get stuck on you and they think about what they can do with you. The Pillar, the Empress here, that feminine energy is something people seek in this particular space. So, for example, if it's a male dominant environment, they kind of want the touch that you bring with your feminine touch. This is just an example, of course, and vice versa. If it's a female dominated thing, then maybe they want the masculine touch that you bring, the masculine touch that knows how to work with the feminine. The masculine touch, I just realized how that sounded pile 1, but maybe they want that too. But there's something here about your energy and people like it. They're saying good things about you. You're learning new things about you. Like I said, there are qualities within you that you never thought you would see yourself, and that's part of the reason why you're going to be in this energy of being in total control, charismatic, somebody who is definitely, you're going to come into some power here, pile 1. Believe it or not. What's underneath this? The Hierophant. Yeah, you're going to learn a lot of new things, and you're going to learn that maybe you want to be in a leadership position even though you never considered that before, or it may come to you rather naturally, or people may seek you out for this because, like I said, strength, you're willing to work on this. The 7 and 8 of Globes, along with strength, you're going to develop skills because it just comes naturally to you to do this. You could be like an earth sign or even a fire sign, somebody who's very driven. I consider those two modalities to be very driven elements. So I feel like you might have this, but with the Fool, you weren't expecting it. Like people are not going to see this. Some people are not going to see this coming. They may have thought that you were just, there for a fun time, and then boom, you become manager and you're great at it. And people like this because there's a lighthearted energy here. Whenever I'm tapping into this, even as I'm talking, it's very light. It's almost like you lighten up the place, quite literally, pile 1. And yeah, this is beautiful stuff to be said about you. I don't see much negativity except the whole, maybe you don't look like you know what you're doing, but I feel like that's something that can be worked on depending on how long you've been there. For a lot of you, this will be a new space, so that makes sense. Another negative thing though is that you might be a little hard on yourself, because whenever I see the 7 and 8 of Globes, it's kind of like you take what people say to heart and you really work on it. And maybe people didn't want you to really work on it. They were just like, we have to tell you this because it's just procedure, but you actually go out of your way to strengthen it, and people see that you are serious. I do feel a serious energy right here with this with these two cards. But the Ten of Cups, people love you there. People love you. And the people you left behind, again, they miss you. They miss you because everything that you're bringing to this new place is what left behind the old place, or it's been replaced by somebody different, but not quite the same, you know? It's just not the same. But this is your tarot portion. Let's move on to any closing advice that you may need to know about the tea on you. And I'm using... What am I using? I'm being told to use, and this is usually for a love reading, but I'm being told to use this to channel messages that people are saying about you, which is kind of odd. And then we're gonna do another deck. So I'm being told to get 3 from this. This is the Enchanted Love Oracle, but we're not using it for love. We're using it for platonic reasons or more non-love reasons. I'm not coming back. I've already moved on. Yeah, whatever you left, pile 1, I don't think you're going back. And maybe people are getting wind of this and they don't like it. They're like, but we want them back. If this is something that you were supposed to do temporarily, maybe you realize that you want to stay and you're not going back to the old one. I'm hiding a secret from you, negative. So there is a secret being kept from you within this place, within this gossip. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like there is a secret. I'm hearing it will come through within a week. Let's get another card. Maybe this will clarify that. You're too clingy. I need space in a relationship. So some people feel that, there's some people that don't like that personal quality that you have. Like some people kind of want you to mind your business, or they don't want you to be so nice. And they want you to take space from people. Oh, okay. Some people get jealous that you are getting like a little too close with certain people and they want you to take space from them. I see one person trying to keep you away from somebody. It's like either a manager, a supervisor, somebody in a higher position, trying to keep you away from somebody because they feel a little jealous, or they may be trying to protect you. But there's somebody here keeping you away from somebody. Maybe you've noticed it. That could be the negative secret, but I don't think that's quite it. I feel like the negative secret is going to be something else. Maybe somebody trying to blame something on you again because you're new. Back of the deck. I've never been in love before. The way I'm taking this is that some people have never enjoyed working with somebody like you before. They're like, I really like this person. I hope they stick around. That's how I'm being told to take that, which is odd that it came up. It's odd that I had to use that deck. Let's go ahead and get the last messages. And these are coming from the Cozy Witch Tarot. I'm using a lot of unconventional decks for my closing messages. Like, these are not the decks you're supposed to use them for. Well, I guess this one could be. And likewise, pile 1, maybe you're doing unconventional things here that don't work for everybody else, but they work for you, and they're okay with that. That may cause a stir, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe, yeah, I feel like there's somebody who's a little jealous here about something. I don't know, it's weird. 2 of Pentacles, when life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. So there is a potential for this workplace to be chaotic, and Spirit is telling you to make sure you ground yourself every day, every night, every morning, whenever it is that you need it the most, and find balance. Your schedule could be completely different, and you may need to have to balance that out as well. We also have 13, Broom. Tidy up your life so you can make space for something better. Yeah, there's something about cleaning up your life here, whether it's metaphorically or quite literally. Maybe you may actually have to clean up a space so that it makes more sense for you. This is also about organization. Maybe you're cleaning more in this particular environment that you are because it either gets dirty more, or you just, I don't know, something about this. But this is the Death card in this particular deck, and I do see a transformation here for you. It's kind of like something had to be cleared out in order for something new to come in, and this is what this environment is doing for you. But this is where I leave my beautiful pile 1. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. If you chose the Black Moonstone, then we have your reading here for you about what the tea is on you, what people are saying about you, what the gossip is, what's going on here, and, you know, what's going to be a result of all of this. So we're going to go ahead and look at the card that you chose. This is going to be from the the Empyrean Tarot, the actual big one. I usually use the mini one, but I got into the big one recently. It is so much fun. We have the Nine of Wands, or sorry, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Something is coming in quickly, or a shift is happening, like a big major shift. Something about progression is going on here. We're going to go ahead and tap into the oracles, and the oracles will give us an indication of what is going on, how people are seeing you, who is saying this, and what just what, you know, it's the vibe check. We're going to see what is going on here. Somebody here is tongue-tied about you. They don't know how to talk about you, but they want to. That's coming through very strongly. But yeah, we're going to see how they're perceiving you, what they're saying about you, what's going on. And then the tarot will give us the details. So for my pile 2, we got 2 cards, Abandoned and Empowered. You're stepping out of abandonment and into empowered. So I wonder if you left a situation that, or no, somebody left you behind. Somebody left you behind and you feel abandoned, or there was a situation that opened up that abandonment wound that you have. But now you're becoming empowered. It's like there's a big dramatic shift about you here. This is a situation people are talking about. I don't think there's an environment here. This is a situation. We're going to go ahead and get the being told to use the Goddess deck to see how you're being perceived by these people. I do feel it's people. People that you may know and some that you don't know. All right, so you're being seen as Vesta, home. There's something, I don't want to say homely. There's something comforting about you. Some people feel at home with you. But also, I mean, look at the way she's dressed. She looks, if that's the way somebody looks at home, I don't think somebody would ever want to leave. Oh, okay. Somebody, I'm going to cover that just because in case YouTube doesn't like it. Because there is side boob and a little bit of booty there. But what I'm hearing is if that's how you look at home, then I don't ever want to leave home. Somebody here kind of has the hots for you. Because that's one way to take the Eight of Wands is, yeah, but back at the deck, healing. People know that you're healing from something. Maybe this abandonment was you leaving behind a situation, like a relationship or a person. And now they're seeing you in a much more empowered state. Yeah, I feel like maybe some of you have gotten like a revenge makeover or something like that. Or you're just looking really, really good after a breakup. That's always great. It's always great stuff, you know. Let's get some more cards. We have Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. Oh, okay. So this is for you personally, pile 2. I feel like the universe is showing you what love can be, or showing you what admiration and a good time can be. I'll be honest, you got some crushes here. I feel like there's a crush out there trying to talk about you or wanting to talk about you. And it's not even just your looks, though your looks are great. It's kind of like your personality or your strength is coming through. You don't know who this is because their eyes are closed. Or if you do know who this is, maybe you haven't heard it from them. We have happiness. You look happy. You look very happy. And I think people love this. It's like, good, so you're not completely heartbroken. You're still happy. Pain, but they know that you've gone through pain. They know that it's there. Look at how this juxtaposition of abandonment and empowered, pain and happiness, home and healing. Like, people are noticing that you are healing from something in a very lovely way. And they're happy that you are. It's like your heart was broken, but you're not going to stay broken, you know? Oh, I love this energy for you, pile 2. I really do. So let's go ahead and get an archetype card. And then we'll dig into this, into what they are saying. We have Engineer. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. And the Shadow is reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. So there's something here about you developing a new way of living or a new way of operating. Like for you personally, pile 2, I think you see this as very practical. Like you're taking the steps to feel better in practical ways. Like maybe you're even using science. Like science shows that if you decide to dress up a lot nicer after a breakup, you'll feel good about yourself. Or maybe you're just... you're tapping into your root chakra, because look at all the red here. I'm also seeing a lot of passion. I feel like you could make some of the most dispassionate people passionate. or unpassionate people. Because I'm seeing somebody who's maybe they're quite literally an engineer falling for you, even though they don't typically fall for someone like this. I'm being told to get another one for my pile. For my pile 2. Goddess, yes, look at that. Look at that. You're looking amazing, pile 2. Let me just say that. The feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Shadow is exploitation of the female nature and form. Even if you're a man here, I still think you're looking good. I still think you're looking really good. Like, it doesn't matter what your gender is or what your orientation is. You are looking amazing here, and people are noticing. I think this engineer, it could either be you, maybe you are quite literally an engineer and you work in that kind of environment, but you're still looking amazing. Maybe you decided to start dressing up nicely, even in the work environment, just to make yourself feel feminine and beautiful and loved. Or just, you started upping your game. Maybe you're wearing like a nice cologne or wearing nicer clothing, doing makeup, whatever it is that you need to look and feel good, you are doing it, and people love it. People love it. Some people think you might be going through a little bit of a fun phase, for sure, like a playgirl, playboy kind of phase, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You more than deserve it. But I'm seeing a lot of passion. I'm seeing somebody, this is that nervousness that was coming through at the beginning. Somebody is nervous to ask about you, or even maybe ask you out, because you just seem unattainable. You seem so out of reach for some people, and quite honestly, they don't know what to do with it, especially if they've heard about your breakup. Maybe you had a very public breakup. Maybe people know who you broke up with. It could even be this engineer type of person who broke up with you, or this could be the person who's talking about you. But there's something here about you being just so heart-centered, so happy after an abandonment, after a pain, and really focusing with home. You could literally be focusing on your home, or maybe you're working from home, or something about the place you live is important. Maybe some people want to go to your home and see what you're all about. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, some people really want to spend some quality private time with you, let's put it that way, because you're just looking so good, but you feel and seem unattainable to some. I feel like there's a lot of locker room talk about you, and some people are talking about, well, specifically your figure. There's something about your overall body that looks great. I'm not seeing one particular thing stand out. I feel like it could be any body part, but it's like your overall body type is somebody's complete. Oh, somebody really likes you. Like, somebody looks at you and thinks, that's my type. You could have red hair. We do have 2 redheads here. But regardless, I think hair is important, because hair is kind of standing out in all of these. And there's somebody here with no hair as well. But you are somebody's exact type. You come off as fiery, as passionate, as loving, or at the very least, there's like a hint of that within you that people really want to get to know. You could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, but there is something here about you stroking the fires of passion within people, and they don't know how to handle it. Maybe quite literally. I don't know if some of you are flirts or not. You could be. But with this Goddess card, I feel like you're tapping into that energy. Like, yes, you want people to think, nicely about you. You do want them to find you attractive. But I think you're actually attracting more attention than you believe. I don't know if people have approached you about this yet or not, but it wouldn't surprise me if some people tried to shoot their shot with you. It's like, let me give let me give pile 2 a chance. What's the worst that could happen? It's really interesting. You are gaining a lot of physical attention from all kinds of people, not just one particular gender. I feel like it's depending on where you are, of course, but you're attracting a lot of attention. And the people who know about you, they know about your heartbreak, they know about your breakup, they know that you're single. Some people may be asking about this as well. Like, maybe they're asking somebody who knows you really well within this workspace, if you are single, if you're if you're still looking for someone, what your orientation may be, what's going on. And there's somebody here in particular, maybe a really close friend of yours, or somebody who's just looking out for you, who is like, don't go to my pile 2 with your impure intentions. They are healing, and they're a nice person, and they don't deserve to be treated like garbage. I feel like there might be a player or 2 here that kind of want to, just test that out. And somebody here is like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Not to my pile 2s. My pile 2s has gone through enough. What's underneath this? Compassion. Oh, you're very nice. People really like your personality. There's some people here, I'm hearing like of another group of people that are hearing that you're doing well after a heartbreak, and they're very proud of you, and they're glad that you're flourishing, and that you're tapping into your beautiful heart space, that you are loving yourself, that you are embracing the inner beauty that maybe maybe the connection you left or whatever it is that you left made you, not saying that it made you ugly, but it like dimmed your beauty or it dimmed your light, something along those lines. Like you definitely were not as happy and vibrant and good looking as you are right now in that previous connection or thing. And sometimes that just happens out of, when we get in relationships, we might get a little lazy with our appearance, but you've definitely gone through a glow up, and it's not just external, it's internal as well, because you've done the healing and it shows, and people are really, really attracted to this. Beautiful energy, pile 2, beautiful energy. Let's go ahead and move on to the tarot portion though, because I want to see what exactly they're saying, and I'm sure you do too. I am sure you do too. Something about a house is important here as well, or your apartment, because like I said, maybe you post selfies in the place you live and they look like really good and people want to see what that's all about. So for my pile 2, we're going to use the tarot. The new Empyrean tarot that I have is such an amazing deck. I love Threads of Fate. This is not sponsored, but they're pretty awesome. They're pretty cool. All their decks are unique and beautiful, and there's always just something fun about them. But let's go ahead and get your tarot. So the first card is going to be your outer appearance, what people are saying about your outer appearance. Your next card is, the second card is going to be your internal, your personality, emotions, or whatever else is coming through, what they're saying about that. The third is going to be your actions, what they're saying about the things you are doing. And the fourth one is going to be whether you will hear about this or how you would react if you heard about this. And the fifth one is going to be any actions that are going to be taken as a result of all this gossip or the things that you are doing. So what's the tea on my pile 2? I'm hearing you don't want to know. I'm sorry you don't want to know what some of these people are saying about your goddess-like good looks and I hear some people sighing about something about you, like, what's up with you, pile 2? Like, what are you doing? I love this, by the way. I love it. Okay, the glowing is real. The glow up is real. So outer appearance, we have King of Wands. It's giving me Queen of Wands as well, but you're definitely coming off as charismatic and good looking and definitely in control of your life and in control of your looks. There's something here about you not accepting defeat or coming off as very arresting, like people cannot ignore you. I was getting Queen of Wands, but especially if you're a man or identify as masculine here, this is especially true. Or it could be like, even if you're a woman, there's like a masculine presence to you that is very attractive. Like, not saying that you look like a man, but like you take control of a room like a man, even though you are a woman. And some people really like this. This would be like, if there's like men out there that are into masculine like women, they love this about you. They like a woman who can take control, and this is definitely you. I think this is why the king came out instead of the queen, because queen would make you overly feminine, but instead it's like, no, it's more than that. All right, let's see what they're saying about your personality. Maybe you wear red a lot as well. Or maybe you're there's something exaggerated about your look. Ooh, some people can tell that you're heartbroken. Some people can tell that you're kind of not really dating right now, or that they don't want you to get hurt again. Maybe some people see it in your eyes, or they can tell by the way you speak about certain situations. Maybe you've been talking a lot about your ex, and maybe you should like stop that pile 2, because if you might be repelling people that want to come in and like, date you or something. But there's something here that people know that you are heartbroken. If not by a person, then maybe by a situation. Maybe you're going through something difficult and people know about this because you've shared this with them. All right, let's see about the things you are doing. What are they saying about the things you are doing? Oh, you're having a great time. So you really are the life of a party here. This is similar to pile, let me censor this, to pile 1, because I was getting like a party song at the beginning of that pile. So if you were called to pile 1, I would suggest you go back to that one, but only if you were called to it. You don't have to. Let's see things that you are going to do, or what you would think if you heard this, like how is it going to affect you? The Fool. You're not used to this kind of attention. You're not used to all this romantic attention in this particular environment, or you're not used to people talking about you like this. Yeah, I feel like this is like a recent glow up, or maybe like a heavy glow up is what I'm hearing. Like maybe you've had glow ups before, but nowhere near this exaggerated or this public or something, especially with the King of Wands, because you are definitely in the public eye, or people are recognizing you. You are being seen, and you're not used to that kind of attention. Let's go ahead and get what actions will be taken as a result of this. All this. Ace of Swords. So people are gonna strike up conversations with you. People that have never spoken to you are gonna speak to you. People who, they're gonna propose ideas to you, and maybe things that you've never done. I do see people asking you out. I do see people shooting their shot, but it's like, it's new to you. Whatever they're asking for, it's new to you. All right, let's clarify these with the same deck. So let's clarify the T on the outer appearance. Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, like I said, some people perceive you as lucky or being very physically blessed somehow. Maybe you just are naturally born with something that is really nice. Maybe you're born with naturally good hair, or naturally nice face and nice features. Maybe you just have a very blessed kind of body, let's say. Because I'm seeing you hit the jackpot when it came to looks. Like, your look is something that not people can recreate, because it's very... you have to be born with it. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, some people envy your features. Yeah, like for example, height. Height isn't something you can really get. I guess you could wear heels, but even then, your frame or something. There's something about you that you were born with that people, not everyone can recreate. All right. What are people thinking about you? What are they saying about you internally? Your personality. Eight of Daggers. Some people can sense that you're actually, one, not seeing something. Like, they see that you are emotionally or mentally stuck on something. It's not that you have a lot of problems. I just feel like people wish that they could help you out with certain things that are going on, but they can't. Like, it's out of their control, it's out of your control, but they know that you're going through something and they wish they could help you out. So I do feel people feeling sympathy for you, or at least acknowledging that you have something going on with you. Let's clarify the Three of Cups, how you are being viewed externally, like your actions, about your actions. Two of Wands. You are making new friends here. You are making new friends, or you're dating new people as well. You're having a fun time. I feel like you might be enjoying the attention, honestly. You might even be flirting back with certain people. Again, this is energy you are not used to. Let's go ahead and clarify your own perception of this, or like your own thoughts and feelings about the T. Oh, sorry, Lovers. Okay. So some of you may, if people aren't going to shoot their shot with you, you may take a chance on them. Like, I'm hearing that you might actually get a relationship out of this, or like a close connection with somebody. Very interesting. Somebody here definitely wishes that you would be their lover. That's for sure. That's what I'm seeing. That's what they're hoping you would do. It's like, I wonder if pile 2 would want to be with me. Oh, I'm getting that from at least 3 or 4 people. How many people are you around pile 2? Like, how many people are talking about you? Where are you posting this? People really want to know. For some of you, it's a lot more. If it's on social media, it's like exponentially more. But people are seeing you, and they're seeing, my God, you are going through a heartbreaker phase. Like, you may be coming out of a heartbreak pile 2, but you are going through your own heartbreaker phase. Let's go ahead and clarify any actions that will be taken as a result of all the tea being spilled. Nine of Daggers. You make people anxious. Some people are gonna sit there and wonder, should I shoot my shot with pile 2? Should I do it? But it's all in their mind. Back of the deck, Three of Wands. Only a few people are gonna come through. You could take this as 3 people. What's behind this? The Hermit. But you may not be ready. You may still be in like an isolation mode. Yeah. I think there's very few people that you would actually take a chance on. But let's dig into this, because it is so juicy. Like I said, maybe you are looking juicy too as well. Maybe there's something about your skin that's amazing, or you just have that body type that people like really, really love. Because like I said, Wheel of Fortune is being lucky. You are lucky in the way that you look. You are lucky in the features that you have. You might have a certain feature people really like, or people may ask you, is that real? Like, is that hair real? Is that face real? Or, you know, is it real? They're wondering if you're doing something to make yourself look the way you are. And I think for the majority of you, you're not even wearing that much makeup or doing anything crazy. You're just looking like yourself. Yeah, I love this energy for you, Pile. too. People are acknowledging your presence, your beauty, your physical appearance is chef's kiss. People love to see you every day. When it comes to your internal stuff, though, I do see you talking a lot about like your hardships or your heartbreak. Maybe the places that you are actually about, like maybe you're in an environment where it's natural to talk about what's wrong with you, or you're in a current place where like you do have things going on and you have to let people know, because I'm seeing a very public platform. So it could be on social media, it could be, I don't know, somewhere where you have to tell people what's wrong with you. I don't know why that's coming through, and that's the only reason they're seeing this, because if they were to really see how you are internally, your personality, of course, another way to take this personality is that you could actually be a heartbreaker, or that you don't give people the light of day. You don't really notice them, especially with this guy's eyes covered. Like, you don't notice certain people. You don't notice that they're checking you out. You are oblivious to the romantic advances. I'm going to get one more card to clarify this, just to see what your actual personality is. Ooh, Seven of Globes. You're actually very hardworking and you're rather serious. Like, you get to work. You don't really care about this. If it's in a work situation, there's a work environment, I feel like that's the case. But regardless, even if it's like social media, maybe you're on social media again for professional reasons, but people cannot help and see that you are, well, one, super attractive, two, you've got stuff going on. It's giving a little damsel in distress, and maybe you're fulfilling somebody's dreams in that kind of way, and maybe that's part of the reason that they're being attracted to you. Externally, the things you are doing. So some of you are having a lot of fun in whatever it is that you do. You're having a fun time. Maybe you're posting pictures of the places you're going and that you look like you're having fun. But with the Two of Wands, it's like you're making plans to do other things. So you're not really focused on what they are saying. You're making plans to do something else. Making plans. You're always have something on your mind. It's like you can't sit still and you don't have time to notice everybody checking you out because you're busy. So and how you feel, you're not used to the romantic attraction that you're attracting. You're not used to all the romantic attraction that you're receiving, pile two. And like I said, some people wish that you would take a chance on them, because I don't see a lot of them coming forward. Like, maybe some people will express the idea, or some people will start talking to you for sure. I feel like they already have, but they're afraid to take it to the next level. They're afraid that you'll shoot them down, essentially, because like I said, you have heartbreaker energy right now. They feel that you could break their heart, or that you just don't see them that way. So if there's anybody in this environment or in this particular sphere, I guess you may not know who these people are, but if there's anybody that you're interested, don't be afraid of hinting at them that you would be interested, because otherwise it's never going to happen. But I do see at least 3 people coming forward to ask you something here about your physical appearance. If not romantically, like to ask you out, it could be about like what you do about your physical appearance. It could be asking like, oh, what do you do to your hair? Where do you get your clothes? What do you do to work out? That kind of situation. But people are definitely going to want to talk to you because you are looking so good. And I feel like you're going to receive tons of compliments. I am seeing that some people do want to approach you, but like I said, there's anxiety here. They're nervous. You make people nervous, pile two, because you are looking so good. But let's go ahead and move on to your closing advice. I really love this energy. So the tea on you is that you're hot. The tea on you is that you're going through something, but you're looking amazing. So, you know. And I feel like some people won't have sympathy for this either. It's like, well, I don't care. At least they're smoking gorgeous, so they'll be fine. I feel like there's some people out there that are thinking that as well. So, you know, it's not going to be everyone. Some people don't feel sorry for you because you have good looks. Let's go ahead. I'm using the Enchanted Love Oracle, and I was told to use this back in the first pile to get messages from people, like what's being said about you. And I think for this one, I will be taking it a little bit more romantically, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. For my pile 2, I have trust issues. People see that you have trust issues. Or maybe, well, some people are not trusting you because it just seemed a little too good to be true. And then some people are noticing that you have trust issues because of this heartbreak, because of the pain that you've gone through, because of that abandonment wound. And like I said, some people just don't trust you because you seem too good to be true. Let's go ahead and get another card. We have, I'm torn between you and someone else, love triangle. So there could be a little bit of romantic competition here. That's interesting because like I said, there's multiple people wanting to come towards you, and we did have the 3 of Wands. And one way to take the 3 of Wands is that there could be three people, well, that there could be three people involved here. Maybe you're torn between one person and another, and they both have their good qualities, but you don't really want to choose. You could be playing the field pile. Pile 2. Maybe some people are giving you a reputation of being a little bit of a player as well, or playgirl, whatever you are. But I think you're just kind of open to dating, but you're not wanting to settle down. And that's okay. Of course, this is the T on you. It doesn't necessarily have to be you. But if it is, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We also have every day is just another day without you. When you're not there, people notice. When you're not there, people are like, where's pile 2? Is pile 2 here? Oh, it's going to be a boring day. I wanted to flirt with pile 2 today. It's that kind of a situation. Back of the deck, you can see right through me, and I hate it. Ooh, you can see through some of these people, pile 2. Or some people can see through you. I feel like there's a few people who can see through you, and you don't like that because you're trying to present as being happy, and you're still healing. So when somebody points this out, you're like, how dare you talk about that? Or who are you to tell me that? I feel like you're only okay with it when it comes to friends, but there might be like a new person who's telling you this, and you're like, I don't like that. Who are you? But you may also like it at the same time because you like people that are able to judge you that easily. Yeah, there's somebody here who's seeing right through you. They see what you're about. I think you guys mirror each other, and this might be somebody that you actually make a strong connection with. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your closing cards. This is from the Cozy Witch Tarot deck. And I typically don't use a tarot deck to close out a reading, but I was being guided to do so. So for my pile 2, we have 14 Temperance. Let go of self-imposed limitations. I'm hearing you need to let go of this notion that you shouldn't be worshipped or loved or be lusted after, because I think it's supposed to boost your confidence. It's supposed to help you feel a certain way. It's supposed to empower you, really. We did have the empowerment card in the oracles. And then another card. Oh, okay. This one fell out. Okay, 2 fell out. 8, Strength. It takes great strength to be soft. Yeah, sometimes it's hard for people to be in their feminine energy. And I feel like you're meant to be this right now. Some of you could have a cat. Maybe you talk about cats with somebody. We also have 2 of Pentacles. When life gets chaotic, find a way to get grounded and balanced. There's something about balance here that is important, and maybe people are going to help you out with this. Maybe they're noticing that you are a little off balance, and maybe they want to help you out with this. I do see this as a helping hand, though, and I do see you enjoying life, enjoying the small things, like looking out a window lovingly and with a full heart. And the signs here are, again, Sagittarius and Leo. So maybe some of you could have fire signs here. Back of the deck. 3 of Cups again. Come together with your covenant. Come together with your friends. So maybe you're going to make a lot of great friends here. I feel like people are going to be asking you to parties, like inviting you to parties and asking you to go out and have a good time, because maybe it's because they notice that you're having a hard time. So they kind of want to show you a good time. It's like, you've been through a lot. Let me take you out and have some fun. I feel like someone's going to come and do this for you. It's really sweet. I do feel like you're going to make good friends here, but this is where I leave you, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose the Golden Healer Quartz, then we have a reading here for you about what the tea is on you, what people are saying about you, what are the rumors and stories going around, how are people talking about you. So I have a song stuck in my head for you. It's by Doja Cat and I forget who else, but it's like that. And I don't remember the lyrics for like word for word. I just hear it in the background sometimes because I love Doja Cat, but this isn't one of my favorites. But I think it's about 2 people, you know, doing the deed. So I don't know if you have that kind of reputation going around you, pile 3. But if this has something to do with someone like that, that could also be the case. But regardless, that's a song stuck in my head for you. A little raunchy song. Let's go ahead and look at the card that you chose. We're going to do this for the oracles. We're going to look at what the situation is, who's talking about you, what the environment is, what the nature of what is being said is, and then the tarot will give us an indication of what is actually being said. So for my pile 3, we have the moon. So there are secrets here, and or this could be taking place at night. So if it is a reputation for you being, you know, a certain way, then that might be an indication of something. Let's go ahead and get your oracles. There's no shaming here, by the way. I think, you know, a good time is a good time, especially when it comes to that kind of situation. But for my pile 3, let's see what people are saying about you. How are they perceiving you? How are you being painted, if you will? Yeah, a lot of Doja Cat songs are coming through. Now I'm hearing the I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead. Is that Paint the Town Red? I haven't listened to her newest album. I hear bits and pieces of songs, but I haven't sat down to listen to it. We have Threatened, number 2. So either, I feel like you come off as threatening. Honestly, I think you come off as threatening. You could feel threatened, but I feel like it's more the other way around. It's almost, I'm hearing that there's something, I'm not saying you're a red flag, pile 3, but this is what people might be hearing about you. And guide, 18. So, 2 different sides to this. I wonder if you are like, whatever it is that you are knowledgeable about. Let's go ahead and get more cards because, oh, back of the deck determined. Let me leave that here. This is very interesting energy. Let's go ahead and get your goddess card. My pile 3. What's the tea on pile 3? What are people saying? Sheila Nagig, gateways, which is similar to guide. It's almost like you're a door to something. People see you as an opening, I'm hearing. Maybe there's an opening for you. Okay. It could also just be that you're something very different, or maybe you have a lot of connections, or you have like you take people somewhere. This could be physically or metaphorically, of course. I'm feeling for most of you it's going to be metaphorically. We have, okay, love and anger. Okay. Threatened, love, anger. I'm feeling this is one person, maybe 2, talking about you. I feel like, let me get the rest of the cards. I'm piecing this together is interesting. Maybe this is what somebody is doing. Like people are going around talking about certain things that you do or a reputation you may have. It might be an ex who is hearing this about you as well. We have warrior, be fearless and stand strong. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Back of the deck is heart guardian, love and let yourself be loved. It's like there's a combination of warrior and love and a gateway. I'm not gonna lie, pile 3. I'm trying hard not to make this an 18 plus reading, but some of the stuff coming through for this one, you're gonna have to read between the lines because I don't want to have to say things that I might get flagged for on YouTube. So, how is my pile 3 coming off? Dilettante, light attributes, delights in the arts without having to be professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Shadow is pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. So some people feel that you don't know what you're talking about, but then other people have proof that you do. There's a reputation that, nah, pile 3 doesn't actually do all that, but then some people are like, no, pile 3 does. I do feel it has something to do with either your romantic or physically intimate life, depending on what it is. Because I am hearing a bit of locker room talk. After all, the warrior here is like the only male figure. So I feel like there's like 1 or 2 men describing something here about you. I do feel one is your ex. And one is somebody more recent. Guide again. Represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Shadow attribute places financial gain and control over imparting spiritual insight. We have heart. We have anger. We have guide. So I'm being told to take this spiritually. And if I need to go into it in the more... back of the deck, Don Juan. Okay. So... Okay, pile 3. Let's talk, because the person who's talking about you is somebody who, I feel like for the majority of you, it would be a man. If you're into men, if you've had, physical dealings with men, it's going to be a man. I think they're angry about either you rejecting them or the way that you have shown your love to them. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like, especially if this was like a one-time thing, something casual, like it wasn't meant to be anything deeper. Um, First of all, you have a reputation for being very beautiful and or very hard to get. So I feel like somebody here got with you, and what they had with you was not what they expected. Because I'm seeing somebody who just, you can't help but be somebody who is very loving and affectionate. Like, even if you were to have something casual, it would still be something very tender, something very thoughtful and full of love with gateways and guides. I'm being shown somebody who's really, really good at bringing like the spiritual into the physical, including physical acts. And somebody here got angry about that. I know that sounds very weird and very specific, so that's not going to resonate with everybody. But another way to see this is that maybe you're going around talking about love and guidance, or being a guide to love. Like, for example, you're talking about meditation or your spirituality or seeing life through the lens of love. All beautiful things to say, beautiful messages to spread. And there's somebody here who just like it rubs them the wrong way, and they kind of want to say you don't know what you're talking about here with the moon and the dilettante. It's kind of like I'm hearing somebody say false prophet or something like that. But like, you're butting heads with somebody who doesn't really believe in the things that you believe, and there's like a crush or lusty situation at the same time. I'm hearing somebody likes you, but they don't like the spiritual woo-woo stuff you do. But I feel like this person might be a bit of a player, and that's part of the reason they don't like it. Like, they don't like it because they don't want. If you see through somebody, and I feel like most of you do, they don't like that you see through them. For some of you, it's not going to be everybody. This will not be everybody. Maybe you agreed to be with somebody casually, and maybe they have a reputation. Like, their reputation was like F boy, F girl, or whatever. Like, someone who gets around, and you're just so pure. Like, maybe they fumbled you. I don't know. I feel like you're too good for whoever this person talking about you is, honestly, pile 3. But they're angry about it, and I think they know you're too good. So instead, they're gonna go around and say like, nah, pile 3 doesn't know what they're talking about. The anger and the threatened. It's like they felt threatened by you. They felt threatened by your abilities, by your energy, by your whatever it is that you had to bring, by the love and compassion you had to share. What's underneath this? Wild. Yeah, there's a wild side to you that they like. It's like, if you're a spiritual, nature-loving person here. I almost said spiritual, nature-loving mama, so I don't know who's going around saying that. But it's like you're that kind of person, and they're really into that. In fact, I think they're more into that than they would like to imagine. But then they're also angry about it, because that means that they have to be held accountable for all the BS that they do. This person is polarized by you. I feel like one minute they love you and the next they hate you. And I feel like they're only telling their friends about this. Like, if they have a small group of friends or a small circle, like if they have they're texting the boys, the girls, whomever is in their little group chat, trying to say that, yeah, Pile 3 doesn't know what they're talking about. It's just so interesting, because I feel like at one point maybe you tried to be a guide to them, like to show them, how to live maybe more spiritually, more carefree. Maybe you tried to help them out with something that was going on, and maybe they got a taste of that, a glimpse of that, and they didn't like it. But there's like an attraction to you regardless, and people will do that. Sometimes we will attract low vibrational people because our light is so strong, or because the purity, they kind of want to do something with that purity, if you will. And this person, I don't want to say it's all bad what they're saying, because I think it's mostly the anger talking, or you triggered somebody. Essentially, you triggered somebody, and now they're talking about your ways. Yeah, because I'm hearing somebody saying, yeah, the S was bomb, but that person's crazy. Or something like that. So somebody here is possibly kissing and telling, and not saying the truth. And the reasons for why they're saying that, I guess we'll look into the tarot. But with moon, it makes me think that not all is what it seems, that there's illusions here. And at first I wanted to say maybe my pile 3 is being delusional and I have to tell them. But no, what I'm seeing is that this person secretly really likes that or wishes that they could do that, but there's something holding them back. I'm going to read from the book for Sheila Nagig because I don't know much, if anything, about her, because it does say gateways. We have two guides, gateways, guardian, warrior. But it's like this person, they don't trust you. Let's put it that way. And as a result, they're kind of warning everybody about you. But I'm feeling, again, not everything is as it seems when it comes to this situation. Because I'm hearing for some of you, this person might just be saying that to keep people away from you. But their motivation, their motives for keeping people away from you is well, let me find the Miss Sheila Nagig. Okay, from the book. A new path opens to you and you are protected. A rite of passage is close. You're about to pass through a new gateway that will change you. Do not be afraid to open up. She is cheeky, irreverent, and somewhat frightening. She may lead you astray, but she is one of the oldest energies of the Celtic god of the Celtic lands. She's depicted as a woman showing her genitals and is most likely to appear on gateways, windows, and doors. Okay, yeah, like I said, you have a reputation for someone's trying to make you out to be a bit of a hoe, and I don't know how much how accurate that is. I think I'll leave that up to you, pile 3. Like I said, no judgments here, but it's kind of like they love you and hate you for it. This person doesn't know. I feel like it is mostly one person, maybe two, maybe two people who have been with you have gotten together and pieced things together or something, which is odd. And I don't think you knew that these two people had anything to do with each other. So I don't think this is you going out of your way for this, by the way. It's like you get with one friend and then like a few weeks later you get with the other and you didn't realize that they ran in the same circles or that they talked to each other. But you have a reputation between one or two people here. If not, it's one person telling. It's the locker room talk, unfortunately. But I do feel that with gateways, it's kind of like you introduce something to them that they've never experienced before, and now they don't know how to ask for it again, because I don't think they have intentions of going back to you. Like I said, it was meant to be a one-time thing. Or if they are comparing notes with somebody, which I don't know. I feel like, I guess it depends what they're saying. It's still ill. I'm trying not to judge, but it's ill. They're trying to say like one person's getting jealous that one person got treated differently than the other. I'm not gonna say better. I feel like it's differently, because I feel like if it is two people, you probably saw them very differently, or the chemistry is just different. The chemistry will be different with any two people, with any person that you are with. So yeah. But here's the thing. They're trying to paint you in this Don Juan energy. Oh, hedonist, yeah. Look at that. This is... I think you are both in this energy, quite honestly, pile 3. But what this person's saying, they're triggered. But not everything is as it seems. Let's go ahead and move on to the tarot, though. If this sounds like you and your situation, if this sounds like something that you've been in, then let's go ahead. If not, I can see why. Go ahead and move on to another pile. If you still haven't done this, but you're wondering why people are saying this about you, I think a lot of you are going to stick around to see what exactly these people are saying about you. My pile 3. Like, if you've never had anything to do physically with anybody and you're just like, why are they saying this? This is why readings can be fun sometimes. I feel like this one's going to be fun. But let's look at the tarot. Somebody seduced you, but they're trying to accuse you of being a seductress when honestly it was mutual. If somebody here is trying to pin the blame on you when I feel like it was very much mutual, I think this is definitely going to be your pile, because I've seen this. And I don't know if it's because they either regret something that happened or like they just, I don't know, like somebody here has regrets. It's definitely you at this point, but egos are bruised here. Let's go ahead and get the cards. So the first card is, what are people saying about your about you physically or on the outside? Second card is going to be internally, what they're saying about you on the inside, emotions and your mentality. Third one is going to be what they're saying about your actions. Fourth one is going to be how you will react, or if it'll get back to you. One, if it'll get back to you. Two, how you would react. And five is going to be any actions that are being taken as a result of this. I already heard blocked. You're like blocked, call the police, restraining order. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. It's funny when I hear answers right away whenever I say something. Okay, so for my pile 3, let's see what they are saying about you on the outside. This could be your physical appearance. This is going to be mostly physical appearance. So strength. I like this card. This one doesn't show the lady taming the lion, but in the Rider-Waite, there's a woman holding back the lion, taming somebody. So you have a reputation for, I guess, taming someone. This is Leo energy as well, so you definitely have a presence. You're very in control. There's something about your physical appearance that is very arresting. People cannot deny the strength that you have, whether that's literal or physical. But there is something very powerful about your presence, about your look. And if we're taking the image more metaphorically, I feel like you have a reputation for taming somebody. You could also just be very dominant. So yeah, I feel like that's what they're saying about you physically. It's also you could frequent a gym or something like that, somewhere where your strength is like always on display. Let's see what they're saying about you internally. We've got the Chariot, that you move on quickly. I'm seeing no strings attached. You move on quickly. This is what they're saying. I'm not saying that that's what you actually do, but somebody here thinks that you move on too fast. Or that you're just looking for a good time. Because when I think of Chariot, I think of, I don't know why this is, because lately I've been taking it to mean travel. And, you know, when people travel, they just kind of have things here and there, but nothing serious. So you're not looking for anything serious. Another way to see this is living life fast times and stuff. Let's go ahead and get what they're saying about your actions, the things that you actually do. And Magician. So if we are talking about physical intimacy, it's bomb, because a magician is able to do anything and everything. You have a reputation for first of all these are major arcana cards. Like, whatever you do, pile 3, it's powerful, that's for sure. But the magician is somebody who has like all the abilities at their disposal. They know exactly what to do. They have all the elements at their disposal. This is somebody who is completely in charge, but is okay not being in charge. Like, there's something about whatever you do that is amazing, and only you can do it. Like, you have a signature here. That's for sure. You have a signature. And there's also something about your communication as well. Maybe it's something that you say, or a way that you express something that people truly like. But the Magician is awesome. If we were to take it negatively, though, people could see you as manipulative, though. So take that as it resonates. Let's go ahead and see the 4th card. What you would do if you heard about it. Well, when are you going to hear about it? Will it get back to you? Yes, because the 3 of Swords is a heartbreak, meaning that you'll hear about this and it's going to break your heart because you thought you could trust somebody, or maybe you're not liking the things you're hearing about yourself from this person or people. Usually 3 of Swords is no, but the way it's being said here is like, yeah, you'll hear about it and it's going to hurt you. Any actions that will be taken as a result of this. Which is odd, because honestly, all these cards are just so powerful, but like, to me, it's in a good way. Well, I guess we'll do clarifiers. Let's see. When we clarify, we'll see exactly what it is that they're saying. Because on one side, I'm like, this sounds good. You should be proud of it. But maybe you just thought you trusted somebody and didn't think they would tell anybody. Let's go ahead and get the actions being taken. The Star. So this is hope. This is wishing. And it's not exactly doing anything. It's just kind of like putting good vibes out there, which does sound like something you would do, pile 3. Yeah, people see you as a bit of a sorceress. They see you as strong. They see you as like capable of doing anything, of shifting energy. If we're not talking about the physical deeds here, we're talking about energy. And it's like, you are so powerful, but for some reason somebody thinks negatively about that, and that's what hurts you the most. It's like, okay, so that's the reputation you're having. And I do feel it'll get back to you, or if it doesn't, it's because somebody doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Because I don't know who this is. This person is masking themselves rather well, but I feel like somebody will come through and tell you, like an impartial person. We also have opposite signs here. The Magician is Mercury. Strength is, the Chariot is Cancer. So this could be during the time of Cancer season, late June, early July. We have Strength, which is Leo, and the Star, which is Aquarius. So yeah, opposites here. Somebody is at odds with you about something. Let's go ahead and clarify what people are saying about your physical appearance. The Moon. You come off as very magical, but also hearing that you're not everything you seem, and that can be taken again both good and bad. But it's like you're not everything you seem. Like whatever it is that you look like, pile 3 on the outside, you're different on the inside. Like let's say you come off as very innocent and sweet, but on the inside you're very knowledgeable and very wise and very experienced. Or let's say you come off as somebody who's going to be very soft and docile, but then they get to know you and you're very dominant and very strong. Like it's that kind of energy. Whatever it is that people assume you are, you aren't. And I think somebody got disappointed by that, so now they're saying stuff about you. And the Moon is also secrets. So there's something here about you keeping secrets or secret things that were going on, which is very interesting. Let's go ahead and clarify you internally, how they're seeing you internally, what they're saying about your emotions. With Cancer, though, I just realized this is Cancer. They could see you as overly emotional. But the Chariot is like forward momentum, which is why I sometimes don't like to pair the astrology with the tarot cards, because personally, I don't always see the correlation. That's just me. And I've studied both for decades now. So let's go ahead and clarify the Chariot here. The Lovers. Oh my god. Somebody's saying that you wanted a relationship out of this. I don't know if that's true, pile 2, because depending on who this is. Let me get the rest of the cards. I'm seeing the story now. Because I'm almost hearing like they're too clingy. They're too clingy for me, or they wanted more out of this. It's like, yeah, they're very spiritual. They thought we were soulmates. That's what I'm hearing. And don't get me wrong, you can think somebody is a soulmate, but sometimes it's like a karmic one, like you're meant to learn a lesson with them. So if that's the case, this could be this, but this person wouldn't understand or they don't know enough about this world to really express that. Okay, let's see what they're saying about your actions. 7 of Cups, you have a lot of options. They're saying that you're actually getting around, and I don't think that's true. I think if it is 2 people, I think they just happen to meet each other, and like it just seems that way because these 2 people happen to like know you that way. And now they assume that you're with everybody. It's like, no, this is literally a coincidence. But even if you do, like, what is it their business that if you get around with however many people you want or whatever options you have? So I feel like this person is overstepping their boundaries. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the cards, because like I said, I'm wanting to say something and it's not showing up yet, but I will say it if it doesn't show up. Let's clarify what you will do if you hear about this, or if it will get back to you. Oh, you're going to set someone straight. This is the King of Wands. King of Wands doesn't put up with anything. You're going to confront somebody about it. You're going to, it'll likely be face-to-face. It might be through messaging, but you're going to confront somebody about this and be like, why are you talking like that? And what is this? Like, I thought we were cool and you're acting this way. Why is this? You're going to confront somebody out of passion, because Cancerians can be very emotional, but they're not afraid of confrontation. Yeah, with the Leo and Aquarius, like there's no fear of confrontation here. None. Even the Lovers is Gemini. Lovers is Gemini, and Gemini, when they've been wronged, they know exactly what to say, and they have the receipts. They know everything. Like you're gonna confront somebody about this when you hear it. If you find out who it is. Let's go ahead and clarify actions that will be taken as a result of this. But the amount of major arcana here, this hasn't happened in any reading today. The fact that this is, I don't know if it's just because you have divine guidance on your side, or if your guides are watching out for you. We have 2 of Globes. You're going to set somebody straight. This is balancing. This is a 2 of Pentacles, by the way. You're going to set someone straight. Back of the deck, Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is definitely something to do with like an F-boy, F-girl situation, and they're trying to make you an F-boy or an F-girl. And though again, 3 of Pentacles, this could be at work. You might have a reputation for something here. And I don't necessarily think that you had to have like dated around in your workplace or whatever place this is. It could also be the gym. But I feel like two people that have been with you are going to get together and they're going to start. Somebody here is jealous. I'm not seeing this here, but somebody here is jealous. I don't know who. But they're jealous that they couldn't keep you, or they're jealous that you wouldn't come back to them. And they're seeing that somebody else has also gotten to be with you. And you either treated them better or the experience was different. I feel like it was better, and now they're talking trash. And the other person is getting pulled into that because maybe they feel a certain way as well. Because like I keep hearing locker room talk. Somebody is talking about, like, I feel like it started good at first. Like, yeah, pile 3 is like really hot and this, and that, and they do this. And it's like, oh, they did that? Well, they did this with me. And then they're like, oh, well, this person is actually, well, they probably get around a lot. I wonder who else here has been with pile 3. So there is, I don't like this energy. I feel like some of you are going to take this in stride. You're going to be like, yeah, so what? It's not, like, you're thinking, how is this any of their business? And why are they going around telling people this? Like, if I want to get with several people, I can. If it's not actual intercourse here, this could also just be like a date. Like, you've dated somebody. And, you know, it was more, all of this is casual for sure. If you're in a relationship, somebody, your partner could meet somebody who has been with you, and I feel like they're comparing notes. I don't think that's going to be for everybody, but they might hear about this from somebody else. Like I said, there's friends here that you didn't realize were friends, or two people that are going to hang out that you did, like, they're going to have you in common. And the fact that we have so many major arcana, 1, 2, 3, 4, we got 6 out of the 10 cards. Like, this is going to be something pivotal. I think you're going to learn something from this, because I'm seeing with the King of Wands, I think it will boost your ego a little bit. Not going to lie, that you have a little bit of a reputation out there. You're like, yeah, I'm that B here. Like, but then you're also going to be heartbroken. Like, wait, why are they saying that? And why is it like your emotions are going to be like, they're going to flip flop. Like at one point you're going to be like, yeah, that's me, but at the same time you're gonna be like, wait, why are they saying that? And you're gonna confront somebody here. So yeah, they believe that you have a lot of options, or that you get around. On the outside, there's something very, it's like you're both weak and vulnerable at the same time, or whatever it is that you present as is very different from how you actually are, and nobody here was expecting that. And I feel like that's something that they're gonna talk about at first. It's like, yeah, the person, the pile 3 comes off as like very, very sweet and innocent, but they are not. You know, it's that kind of energy. And I, for the life of me, do not know where these two people are going to meet. It might be a gym. Like I said, there's like either a workplace or a gym situation here. And the magician is communication. It can also be manipulation. Like I said, this is going to be what they think you do, is that you do like magical spell work to get all these people, all these options. If that applies to you. If not, you're just good at saying what you need to say to get all these options. I'm trying not to gender you here, pile 3. So take this as it resonates. I feel like if you're a guy who's known for getting around, this is more than likely to be the case. And if you're a woman, again, you're wondering why that is. I guess that's why the opposing feelings are here for on your side here for these cards. Like I said, your ego is going to be stroked a little bit, but at the same time you're going to be hurt, and you're going to confront people about this. You're going to talk to them about it, but with the actions being taken, the Star and the 2 of Pentacles, something will be set straight here. Something will be righted. Divine guidance is on your side. So if you don't get justice from this person, then the universe will provide justice for you, even though justice isn't really here, because we have the Ace of Wands. Again, we're talking about like a fiery situation. We're talking, and this is taking place in the workplace or the gym, somewhere where people come together. 9 of Cups, you were somebody's wish fulfillment. Somebody definitely had a good time with you, but it didn't last, and they wish it had. I feel like you were not looking for anything serious. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. You were not looking for something long lasting. You were just looking for something casual, and maybe they wanted something a lot longer. And yeah, Ace of Pentacles, it didn't last, but they saw you as ideal. Somebody is jealous. Somebody's jealous, and now they're turning. Look at this. Now they're turning to manipulative words. This is the King of Swords reversed, and when the King of Swords is reversed, they can say some ugly things. Yeah, I feel like this is very strong. Like I don't typically channel energy like this, but the messages are coming through very strongly. So I would protect your energy, pile 3. I would send away any negative talk. I would ask like your guides or angels. If you work with any communication gods like Mercury, Hermes, I think Iris is another one. I would ask them to come in and like shut that down. I don't know what my angels of communication are, but if you work with those, again, to shut this down, to let this conversation be snuffed out, because somebody's going around telling intimate details about you or comparing notes. And maybe some of you don't care. Like I said, maybe some of you are just like, yeah, whatever, people are going to say that about me. But I would shut this down. I think you are going to confront somebody about this. I think it will get back to you, especially if you run in circles that are very gossipy, which might be the case if this is happening. But somebody here wanted something more with you and you didn't come back to them. Somebody here is jealous that you gave somebody something that they didn't give you. Sorry, that you didn't give them. But I'm seeing an agreement here. Like, I'm seeing that you were going along with what the plan was. Like, you had both agreed to something, or maybe there was miscommunication there as well. In some cases, you could have been. I feel like a lot of you are keeping this casual. I don't think you cheated or anything. I don't think anyone else cheated. I think everybody in this involved here is very casual. So you don't understand why people are going around talking about you this way. But regardless, you're going to confront them. And let's do some past, present, future with this. Just because I feel for you, pile 3. Like, I don't think this is fair. I don't think this is fair. You're definitely not going to have anything to do with either of these people anymore. That's for sure. So past, present, future, and maybe an indication of who these people may be. If I was to say signs, well, there's a lot. Like I said, Leo, Cancer, Mercury energy, so Virgo and Gemini. Gemini twice here with the lovers. Aquarius, fire signs in general, Leo, Aries and Sagittarius. And the moon is Pisces in this particular, in tarot, the moon is Pisces. So I know I said half the zodiac, but take it as you will. Gemini twice does let me know this person gossips. So let's do a past, present, future for my pile 3. And then we'll get on to closing advice. King of Cups. So somebody here at one point I feel like you really confided in. I feel like you had a great connection. Like you met each other emotionally on like a familiar basis. This could even be an ex-partner. I feel like it's probably going to be a committed ex-partner for some of you. And in some cases I will sometimes read the King of Cups as a baby daddy or baby mama if the situation fits that. Not always, but I sometimes see it that way. Let's go ahead and clarify, well, get a present card. We have the World. You're good, pile 3. You're like, I'm not bothered by this. I'm not bothered by this anymore. I'm going to go on with my things. The World is a completion card. Another way to say this is that you're absolutely fine with whatever this is, but you're kind of annoyed that people would say this about you. Like I said, for some of you, this is going to like make you feel empowered, and then at the same time, it's like, no, I'm shutting it down. And then let's get a future card. And sometimes the World is also pregnancy. I don't know why I was being called to say that. I guess for those of you who need further confirmation that this may be like a baby mama, baby daddy situation. This could, oh my gosh, don't tell me that like your current partner and your baby parent met up and are comparing notes. That's weird. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. That's not going to be for everybody. I'm not trying to fuel anything here, but that's just in case that's happening, because this situation is messy. Like, it's already a mess. Let's go ahead and get your last card. 9 of Cups. I'm hearing, is it Avril Lavigne? You were everything that I wanted. It was meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. Somebody here is angry that they fumbled you, or that they couldn't keep you, or that this couldn't be more. You were somebody's wish fulfillment, and they're angry about it. Because all these cards are happy, but I don't feel like anyone here is happy. I guess if you're okay with this, yeah, 8 of Wands, like you moved on. Somebody wanted this to happen long term and it didn't. Yeah, because they just couldn't see what you needed, so you left. Or you moved on. You were like, okay, that's that. Somebody is angry that you wouldn't stay with them because you were the world to somebody and they really had a thing for you. but you chose your own happiness, and because this person wasn't providing it. But yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, pile 3, that people are talking this way about you. And in some cases, I feel like they meant to say a lot of positive things, and instead their emotions got the better of them and they started saying negative things. This would be somebody who doesn't really get their own feelings, so they just say whatever and let the pieces fall where they may, is what I'm thinking. Like, this person may say that they love you or that they would love you back or something. They treat you nice, but then behind closed doors, they're talking trash. It's like, well, what is it? What is it? Yeah, I don't like this energy. I don't blame you for leaving. You're good though, pile 3. You are so divinely protected and you're going to move on to better things. If it is a current partner talking about this, you're going to have a talk with them for sure. And I don't think it'll necessarily break you up. It's more like, why did you engage in that conversation and why did you divulge the information that you did? So let's go ahead and get your cards. These are meant to be channeled love messages, but I'm using them as general messages in this particular reading because I was being guided to do so. So for my pile 3, we have, I'm hiding a secret from you, negative. Yeah, that's the secret that they're hiding, is that they're talking about you. I'm not coming back. I've already moved on. I feel like this is you, pile 3. You've moved on. Maybe somebody else here has moved on too, but they just, like, they're petty enough that they'll talk trash about you if they can, because they're petty. Yeah, I don't see a reconciliation of 2 people here unless you're already with somebody that you know you're not going to leave. And I want to take this to the next level. Somebody wanted to take it to the next level here and you guys didn't. Another way to see this, of course, is the next level would be like if you want to take legal action somehow, I feel like you could. That's only going to be for those of you for whom that applies and for whom this is actually that serious, because we did have a lot of major arcana. Like, if it's that bad and they're like slandering your name, you could take them to court. So take that as it resonates. That's not going to be everybody, of course. Back of the deck. Fall. So the fall season will be important. I feel like that's when you'll hear about this, the autumn season. Let's go ahead and get your Cozy Witch Tarot. If this is something that hasn't happened and you want to prevent it and you're heading into the fall, be careful what you do in the summer. That's all I'm going to say. Be careful what you do in the summer, because this is odd, but I was tapping into the energy of the summer that I'm currently filming this in, because we're like on the verge of that. And I kept hearing it's going to be a ratchet summer. The universe saying the word ratchet, I'm like, really? Okay, it's going to be one of those kinds of summers where like all kinds of stuff is happening, because a lot of people are going to get pregnant. A lot of people are they're going to do some cool stuff, but a lot of people are going to take a lot of risks as well. And this is the summer of 2024 that I'm hearing this for, by the way. And maybe time will prove me right. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Let's go ahead and get your cards. So we have Knight of Cups. Romanticize the present moment every chance you get. Yeah, the Knight of Cups is somebody who like has the hots for you, who finds like there's romance here. There's also romantic and passionate pursuits here. Something about a beach could be important. Let's get one more card. Ooh, toxic witches. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Yeah, we're dealing with a toxic person here. We're dealing with a toxic ex-partner that you weren't expecting to be toxic. Back of the deck, the Hermit. There are some things that must be done on your own. Yeah, you might go into solitary mode. Or this might happen when you're in a solitary mode and you hear about it and you're like, oh, no. I've done too much healing to put up with this. 6 of Cups. Give yourself the compassion you were never given. I do see you forgiving though, and that's the weird thing. Because 6 of Cups, yes, it can be immaturity. Someone's definitely being immature here. But here's the thing. You're going to be so compassionate and you're going to be so forgiving because I see you above this situation. Will it hurt you when you hear about it? Yes. Will you confront somebody? Yes, with love and kindness and this attitude of I will not be messed with. But you're actually very forgiving about this because you've moved on and you know that this person is hurting. And maybe some little small part of you still feels for this person, but only so much. And you're going to put them in their place. You're going to set them straight and you're going to keep moving on. Because this person just cannot let you go. And that's on them for not wanting to, take things seriously or shape up to be somebody who could be with you. Or maybe you made it very clear from the beginning that it was meant to be casual and they didn't understand. But this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile 3. I am sending you so much love. I am sending so much peace to the situation and so much clarity. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 4. If you chose the dragon stone, then we have a reading here for you about what the tea on you is, what people are saying about you, what's the gossip, what's being said. We're going to look into the oracles to see who these people are, what the situation is, what the environment may be, how you're being perceived. But let's look at the card that you chose. We have 6 of Cups. So 2 things. I'm getting that people are seeing you happy. People are seeing you happy, possibly with something or someone else. Like there's a situation where you've been put in where you're being, I'm just seeing like joy, happiness. It's usually nostalgia. That's what this card represents, but it can also represent immaturity. I'm seeing like childlike wonder and childlike glee, happiness in general. That's what I'm seeing. But let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards to see what people are saying about you. For some of you, somebody else could be involved here, whether it's like a new child, a new lover, maybe a new pet for some of you, because she does have, is this a horse or a Pegasus? She's got a Pegasus here and she's feeding him. So some of you have like a new beautiful little creature or person in your life, and I feel like people are seeing how happy this makes you. We have wild. Yeah, for some of you, this could even be like a wild animal. Maybe you're working like in a conservatory. Is that what they're called? Like a zoo or somewhere where they're keeping animals. Or you could just be unleashing a wilder, more fun side to you that people don't typically see. And it's very different. Let's get another card for you. For some of you, you could just be in nature more, and this is bringing out, again, a childlike wonder within you. We have Bridget healing. I feel like this is part of your healing journey, and maybe you've been in a state where you've been very unhappy, or you were going through something really difficult, and now people are seeing you happier. I'm seeing somebody post pictures online of them having a great time, or, again, just you're posting pictures of you looking great, looking happy, like wonderful things happening to you. We also have Boudica, unity. Yeah, there's a union here, because when I thought of unity, I think of you being with something or someone else that is making you feel better. Whether, again, that's animals or people, I feel like you're just in a better space. And even though she looks very fierce here, I know she looks like she's about to kick some ass here. I still feel that, well, I guess you could be kick-ass. I guess depending on what the nature of what it is that you are with, that could look great on you. We're going to get some Prism Oracle cards to get some emotions here, what people are feeling off of your vibes. Passion. Ooh. Yeah, so like I said, either you're working with animals and you're passionate about that, or if this is somebody, I feel like people see the passion between you and that person. Let's get another card. We have creativity. It's funny, I'm taking creativity 2 ways. One is a traditional way, of course, where you could become more creative. Maybe people are seeing a difference in your work or in the way that you are expressing yourself. I can also see this as you dressing in a very creative manner, like in a different way because of something or someone else, like a new situation popped up and now you're looking different, you're thinking different. But I could also see creativity as quite literally the sacral chakra where we create, in other words, children. So especially when combined with passion here, maybe some of you have recently gotten pregnant, or maybe you've recently given birth to a child. And of course, it could also be a fur baby here. But there's something here about you just looking different. It's kind of like that maternal glow, that pregnancy glow, even regardless of whether you are actually pregnant or have had kids or anything. You're getting that same vibe to you, and people are noticing it. Let's get some cards from your Angels and Ancestors deck. Overall, very positive vibes. These are all great things that people are seeing about you, pile 4. Oh, and we also have number 40 here. So 4 is coming through again. Maybe some of you are life path 4, or this has something to do with the month of April. We have snake, shed old skin. Yeah, like you shed a skin and now you have a new one and it looks way better on you. Snake symbology also makes me think of Kundalini awakening. So maybe some of you have tapped into your Kundalini energy and it just looks so different on you because at least to me, when I had my Kundalini awakening, I felt it very strongly in the sacral, and these 2 cards, like I said, kind of bring that here into this particular perspective. People don't have to understand the Kundalini awakening to know that there's, you know, something different about you. Like they'll just notice it. We also have drum, dream, and journey. Some of you are quite literally following your dreams, or there's like a journey being had here. Maybe some of you are traveling, because I do feel that some of you are like in a whole literally different space. Maybe you moved somewhere new and you're taking on like a whole new identity as a result, or living in a new place is just looking really good on you. For example, if you move to the beach, maybe the beach life really suits your style, or it just makes you quite literally glow and look different. I get that a lot when I travel. When I go to certain cities, I just like to dress up a lot nicer. So I look very different when I go to certain places as opposed to where I currently live, or in other places that I've lived. So people are noticing this about you. You're following your dreams, and some of you are looking a lot more like you should, is what I'm hearing, if that makes any sense. Like the person or the thing that you always should have looked like, you're looking more like it, and it's looking great on you. People are noticing that. It's like being comfortable in your own skin. And for some of you, this skin is actually a lot more bold and passionate than you thought it would be. Okay, 3 cards wanted to come out. We have King, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Shadow attributes, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. I do feel the King a lot. I feel like some of you are stepping into this very regal, royal energy where you command power and where you command like, there's just something commanding about your presence, and people are noticing this. We also have athlete. So quite literally, some of you could be working out more and it's looking great on you. Or maybe I'm hearing some of you might be dating an athlete, which is always cool. Or you could literally be an athlete as well. Regardless, there's something very strong about your presence with these two here. Maybe some of you are dating like a famous athlete. That's not going to be for everybody, of course, but like maybe. We also have warrior. Oh my god, I love that. You're looking fierce, essentially. You're looking so powerful and so strong. Strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. So I'm wondering if this could be the person you're with and they're bringing that out in you. I feel that for some of you, you're getting with somebody who is a lot stronger, a lot more in the public eye, and is willing to give you the kind of life that you want. That's not going to be for everyone, of course, but it's only for those of you who have recently gotten into a new connection with somebody. And for some of you, you are stepping into this energy. Maybe some of you are gaining a lot more fame or a lot more power. You're definitely looking great, and you're definitely going for the things that you want. It's also coming to my attention how much purple there is here. So some of you are tapping into your intuition, or your third eye is opening. And I feel like some of you have actually followed your intuitive hints or your intuitive path to lead you somewhere where you're meant to be. And whether people notice this or not, I think it doesn't matter. I think this is just spirit coming through to let you know that you're on the right path. Whatever it is that you are right now, pile 4, you're on the right path. And some people are really taking notice of this. It's going to be hard to ignore, especially because you look so different and because you're expressing yourself a lot more differently. But yeah, it's all beautiful, great things. I'm trying to think of something else that is coming through, but maybe some of you are moving closer to the ocean. We do have 2 orca whales here. What else is coming through? You've gone through a glow up, pile 4, and people notice it and they love it and they're happy for you. The 6 of Cups, to me at least, means happiness and a pure love. Maybe some of you had babies with like somebody famous. Again, that's not gonna be for everybody, but I feel like some of you really, like, if you are with somebody like, people are talking about the person you are with and how you got so lucky in getting with this person, because I feel like this person has really impacted you in a very positive way. Yeah, they're taking care of you and they themselves look good, and maybe you're not even used to this kind of lifestyle yet, but people are noticing it and it's hard to ignore. I think it's hard for you to ignore as well, but you're not noticing what they say. And who these people are talking, I'm not sure. I'm feeling family members for sure. Some people on social media, especially if this is a public relationship or one that people notice a lot. Some exes, I do have some exes here that are looking at this and wondering, like, they just feel, they just feel weird that you got with someone way better than them, at least on the outside, at least as far as they know. But if this sounds like you, then we're going to go ahead and move on to the tarot portion to see exactly what it is that they are saying. So we're going to do the, oh no, there's water. All right, sorry for the pile 3. I had to clean up the space because there was water all over the place. That's funny. Maybe some of you are moving to somewhere where there's more water, or I don't know. I feel like I'm seeing the beach for a lot of you, or somewhere near the ocean or a river, possibly. Especially with those orca whales. But let's go ahead and get your tarot portion. So the first section is going to be what people are saying about you on the outside. Second one is going to be the inside, your emotions and or personality. The third one is going to be your actions, what you are doing. The fourth one is going to be what you would do if you hear about it, if you would ever hear about it. And the fifth one is actions that are going to be taken as a result of this. So for my pile 4. And it's interesting that you chose the dragon stone because this is making me think of Year of the Dragon. I am currently recording this during Year of the Dragon, but you could also be Year of the Dragon yourself. So for my pile 4, what are people saying about their outside? So some people think it's fake. Some people think that this isn't true. They think that you might be making it up, or like I feel like people find it very hard to believe because the Seven of Swords is usually like a lie, a deception, or a secret. But in this case, it's more like they don't believe it. They can't believe something about you. Maybe you've had work done and people just are calling you fake as well on your outside. But I think regardless of whether you have or not, I don't think that, like, who cares? That's your business, not theirs. Because I feel like some of you have and some of you haven't. But there's definitely been a glow up and some people just think it's fake. They're like, oh, well, that's not what they used to look like. It's that kind of mentality. So you definitely have some envious people here piled 4. We also have the Ace of Swords. Some people think that you've changed internally, that you've changed a lot, but I feel like that's just natural. Everybody will change. At least if they're working on themselves and growing, they're going to change. And of course, your mentality, your mindset has also changed because you're in a new environment. You're in a different place. And I don't think that's necessarily a good or a bad thing. It's just, we're meant to evolve. We're meant to grow within our life. Let's look at the actions that you're taking. What they're saying about, the devil. Some people just disagree with your lifestyle or whatever you're doing, pile 4. You have some haters out here. Why? Oh my gosh. Some people think that you are doing bad things now because is this making me think of small town people who hate big cities because they think it's all like, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what it's making me think. That's what they're saying about you. Something about Capricorn is coming here too, because the devil resonates with Capricorn in astrology. So maybe you yourself are a Capricorn, and I love Capricorns, I really do, but they really will do anything to get the success or the results that they want. And I feel like similarly, pile 4, you might be that kind of person. So I'm not saying that you've done anything shady, but you know what it takes to get the goals and the success that you want. So maybe you have acted differently than you would have to get what you want here, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think some people are aware of this and some people disagree with it. So let's go ahead and see if you will hear about it, what you will do if you hear about it. I feel like a lot of you probably will, though. Yeah, Seeker of Pentacles. I'm seeing this as you getting used to this. Like you're getting used to people just hating on you, especially if you have a very public profile or like you're in the public eye a lot. You're going to have to get used to this kind of backlash. You're going to have to get used to the online haters and whatnot. I think you're in a good space to do that, especially with the Pentacles here, because that's stability. That's steadfastness and stability. So you're remaining grounded in the things that people say about you. You don't let it affect you, but you're aware and you're getting used to it. And then for any other actions that are going to be taken as a result of all this tea, I really feel like this is actual gossip. I'm thinking of like a tabloid or like an online thread, online discourse here. We have Seeker of Swords. I'm seeing you consult people on how to handle this or what to say about it. You may try to say something, because I'm seeing Chrissy Teigen right now, how she likes to get back at the people who have nothing but negative things to say about her. But I don't know if you'll take it further than that. It's like, you'll give it a shot. You'll be like, well, yeah, you guys are just hating and I don't care. Like, I feel like you'll try, and or you'll get like a PR team to help you out. But I feel like you're so new to this that you kind of don't know what to do about it, but you're trying to handle it as best as possible. A lot of this is very newbie energy. We have an ace and 2 pages. So I can tell you're just not used to this situation, but you're definitely thinking about it very thoroughly. The pentacles and the swords is air and earth energy, and both of those are very critical and logical thinkers. These would be really great at knowing how to handle certain situations. So you're keeping yourself very level-headed. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards with the same deck. So let's clarify your outer appearance. 9 of Cups. So some people really like your appearance. Some people are really, I'm seeing somebody who is like really, really good looking, because the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. You could see this as you finally looking like you've always wanted to look, like you can afford all the clothes or the procedures that you need to look how you look, or like the makeup, the whatever it is. You can afford things now that you've always wanted, or somebody has been able to give this to you. So you really don't care if people think it's fake or not. You're just happy that you have the things that you have. And your closest friends, or the people who are on your side, like the people who are fans of you, will understand this. Let's clarify your internal state here. Your personality. I'm hearing more personality than emotions here. We have 9 of Daggers, 9 of Swords. So there's people who have seen you at your lowest, and they're kind of happy that you're in a new space. I feel like this is going to be mostly friends or companions, like coworkers or people that just really cared about you. They're happy that you're in a better space because you were not always there. Like wherever you are right now, you were not always there. So they feel that you deserve this. They feel you deserve this mental clarity. They think that you deserve this new shift in your personality. Not saying that you will never get anxious again. It's just like that anxiousness is mostly gone for those of you who have that, because I'm feeling that rather strongly in the heart as well. You've done a lot of work on your self-love, and people are noticing that you're looking better and you're in a better place now, mentally and emotionally. Let's see about your actions though. What are people saying about your actions? You're actually working very hard. You're working hard at what you want and remaining in this environment. You're putting the effort into either looking good or maintaining the lifestyle you have. If you moved to this area to actually work, you're actually working. So it's not like you're just there for fun and games. You're really working. I'm kind of reading this particular pile. All the piles weren't like this, but this one, this is like what people see on the outside and what's actually going on the inside, this bottom row. So I thought I should just throw that out there, because it seems like these two they're not contradicting each other. It's just like a lot of things can be true here, and this is people's perceptions of you. Of course, this is the tea on you. This is the gossip that people are saying about you. So I'm seeing two sides: the people who like have nothing good to say about you, and the people who have nothing but good to say about you. Let's clarify what you think of what they're saying, or how you will react. Queen of Wands. Regardless, you're looking hot and you're winning. Regardless, you are charismatic and you will carry on. You're thriving. You're looking amazing. And I think you even know this, pile 4. You know that you're doing amazing. You know that you are more confident than you used to be. So you're not going to care what anybody has to say. You may try to shut them down, but at the end of the day, you don't actually care. You're just going to continue being your most amazing, beautiful, awesome self here. Like, you don't care what they have to say. The Queen of Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So even if you're not those signs, you still have the confidence of those signs, and that goes a long way. Let's go ahead and clarify the last card. Any other actions that will be taken as a result of the things that are being said about you. 2 of Wands. I do see a PR team trying to help you out, or like a group of people trying to help you look good or help you maintain a certain image. Back of the deck is the 6 of Pentacles. There's reciprocity here and there's balance. So I feel like for some of you, this has been a completely shift in perspectives and the way that you think, whatever you've been pushed into here, because I feel like a lot of you didn't see this particular scenario coming. It's taking a whole different way of thinking. Like your mentality has definitely changed, not just because you've entered a new environment, but because of the things that are happening with this environment, the things you're hearing, the things you're seeing, it's like you can't help but change. But I think this is good for you, because this is something that you've always wanted. This is something you've always worked hard for. I feel like, yes, at first there were some anxieties, or maybe you still are going through some of those. You're still going through a shift in perspective, if you will. Like, you're still working through how to handle this, but it's nothing that you can't handle. And you definitely know how to handle the haters. You know how to handle people who have nothing better to do but to criticize you or to judge you. You've worked hard for what you have, and you're happy about it. You're proud of it even. You're just, I love your energy, pile 4, because I can tell you are so strong and you've had to deal with so much. And anybody saying anything negative about you really doesn't know you or doesn't understand you. And it's a shame that there's got to be people like that out there, because you definitely deserve everything that you have worked hard for. But I truly love this energy. I see people supporting you regardless. As many haters as you probably have 10 times more people who love you here, or people who want to support you and see you succeed. Because when you give good out into the world, the good comes back right at you in, tenfold. But yeah, I'm loving this energy. I'm not saying it's easy, but like, it's always great. A lot of you could benefit from, some energetic protection if you're spiritual. I'm not getting a lot of spiritual stuff going on in this pile, but I do feel that you would benefit from setting boundaries with yourself and with other people, like maybe limiting your time that you spend online or on social media, just so that you don't have to deal with like what people have to say about you, or you're not surrounded and bombarded by all the things that people have to say, good or bad. Because sometimes when we're in a negative space, we can take some good positive things in a negative way, and that's nobody's fault except just the baggage that we have to work through. But yeah, I truly love this energy. I see you having a lot of fun. And I see you indulging in things that you've always wanted to indulge. And all you have to let go is this notion that you should feel guilty about it for whatever reason. Don't listen to anybody else. Follow your heart and follow anything that makes you light up, essentially. What's underneath this? Yeah, we have the 4 of Swords. I see this as a break from the 5 of Swords. Some of you might be seeing this as a win some, lose some situation, but I'm here to tell you it's not. Whatever you're going through, it's worth the struggle, because you know that the rewards are sweet, and you will one day learn how to deal with this, and you're going to shine even brighter than you ever have before. I see nothing but like unlimited growth for you, pile 4. But let's move on to some closing advice for you. Some closing cards to see what else people are saying. I really do feel like this is the public eye, or like a very large group of people who don't really know you or don't even want to get to know you. I'm hearing like they just want to hate. And then you have some people who like want to defend you, and they have nothing but good things to say about you. So let's get you some Enchanted Love Oracle cards. This is meant to be like a love deck, but I'm being told to use it to channel messages that people are saying about you. Like, what's the tea on my pile 4? What are people saying? A lot of stuff, apparently. I'm insecure about the state of our relationship. If there is a public relationship here, then I feel like this particular backlash or the things people are saying about you two could make you feel insecure. I'm hearing that you should really talk to your partner about this, because I feel like they're probably more used to dealing with this, or more equipped to handle it. But I could see the public opinion coloring your view of your own relationship, and I'm here to tell you shouldn't, because your relationship is between you and your person. If everybody just happens to see it, that's not your fault. That's just on them. We also have let's travel to unknown lands together. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you have traveled somewhere new, and maybe you've gained you've gained a little bit of fame in this new place. Maybe it's like a very small country or a very small place, but you are like with somebody who's very important in that place. Like you almost feel like royalty or somebody important here. That's not going to be for everybody, but regardless, you are in a new space, whether it's literal or whatever the other word is. Sorry, pile 4. I'm a little tired, but I wanted to channel some messages for you. We also have, how am I supposed to be okay when when you've overtaken every thought. I feel like some of you are overthinking about this and you're letting a lot of this gossip, because I feel like a lot of you have heard it, get to you. So like I said, take a break from social media, take a break from any type of media that is talking about you and your person, or anything that is going on relating to you and the space you're in. Darling, you are perfect. I see this as either the people who love you or your person. I guess your person is somebody who loves you and they think you are absolutely perfect. I feel like you have a little bit of a fan club that does think you're quite amazing, but for some reason the negative ones are speaking a little bit louder, at least to you. To you, you notice it a little bit more, even though there are plenty of people who absolutely love everything that you are and think you are perfect. And I'm hearing for some of you, they even think you're perfect for your person. Like they couldn't imagine anybody else with this person. Like you two just seem to really get along. If there is a person, of course. That's not going to resonate with everybody. Let's go ahead and get your last two cards from the Cozy Witch Tarot. All right, we have Five of Wands. A good coven lets every witch have a say. I'm seeing you learning how to handle this. I'm seeing you kind of thriving in it, like knowing how to navigate the things that are said about you. You're going to learn a lot about PR, public image, or just how to be more eloquent and diplomatic in the way that you speak. It's very beautiful energy and people are going to like this. We also have 7, the Chariot. You'll never get anywhere if you keep standing still. Like I said, there's forward momentum here. I feel like some of you have moved somewhere new, but that new place is only going to accelerate you forward in either your life path or in something you're meant to do. Like I see nothing but, like I said earlier, unlimited growth. You're just going to keep growing and growing in all aspects of your life, and it's going to get nothing but better. So don't worry about what they're saying. You just keep going and doing your thing, pile 4. But this is where I leave you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 5. If you chose the rose quartz, then we have you reading here for you about what is the tea on you. What are people saying about you? What's the gossip? What's the deal with these people? Why are they talking about you? What is it, and why are they talking about you? We're going to go ahead and look at the card you chose as well as the oracles to give us the landscape of who this is, where this is happening, what they're saying, as well as like the nature of things. Let's go ahead and look at your card. We have the Seeker of Wands. So some of you are being perceived as a little bit juvenile, and then some of you are being seen as a beginner in something, but regardless, you have a fire within you. And people can't help but notice that you are going after something or trying to start something here. It's giving... Why am I hearing fire starter? By... what's the... Prodigy? I don't even know what that song's about. It's been a minute. Like, that's one of those songs I just dance to and don't care about. You know, it's one of those songs that you listen to and don't really listen to. Maybe this is what's going on. You're kind of not seeing the whole picture, or you're just going along with something on the very first I'm hearing whim, but on the very first instance it's kind of like you're not seeing everything and people are noticing this about you. So let's go ahead and tap into the oracles. We're going to get a view of how you are being perceived and how people are speaking about you in this regard. But regardless, this is something new, or you're coming off as doing something for the first time. So for my pile 5, peaceful. I'm being told to get another one because I don't think those two cards go together. There could be like a contradiction of your nature here, or you're doing something people weren't expecting you to do. Wild, yeah. Peaceful and wild. People are seeing you transition from either something wild to peaceful or peaceful to wild, or they're noticing this duality within you. Back of the deck is grounded, letting me know that you probably do need some grounding if this shift is a little bit much. Some of you could be not leading a double life, hopefully, but it's definitely one of those things where people are seeing you in a very different light, and they're like, what happened to my pile 5? I thought they were this peaceful person and now they're wild. Again, vice versa could also apply here. I thought my pile 5 was really wild and now they're trying to be all peaceful. So yeah, there's a dynamic here, and I feel like whatever persona you're embodying, it's very new for you, or people have not seen this about you. You're definitely taking people by surprise. We have Valkyrie's Redemption. Some of you are trying to, I wouldn't say redeem yourself. It's more like you're trying to tone down or amp up an aspect of yourself that you may have really kept under wraps for a while. You're unleashing a side to you that you feel you've been needing to unleash. And I still feel like it could be either or. It all depends on where you see yourself here. And if you see yourself in both ways, I feel like it'll all depend on the environment. Let's get another card. Yeah, peace again, White Buffalo Woman. I feel like most of you are trying to, like, you're trying to redeem yourselves and be a more peaceful person, especially if you've been known for being a little bit more wild, or if you have a reputation of being like either a party person or getting around a lot. You're trying to come off as something a little bit more mature, let's put it that way. And it's interesting that both of these cards have women here at the top and men on their, well, I wouldn't say on their knees. This one's ready to fight for her, and this one's like trying to seek forgiveness, because the Valkyries, they take the dead on the battlefield to Valhalla. But the White Buffalo Woman, she nourishes and provides for her people so that they can have the resources to, to thrive. So I feel like this is interesting. Let me get more cards just before I I feel like you're changing people's minds about something here. We have growth. Yeah, there's growth here. Whether it's your own or growth that is being created as a result of your own transition here. We also have magic. Lots of purple. Some of you are really tapped in strongly to your third eye and or your intuition. I mean, your third eye is your intuition, but I think some of you may not really see that, if that makes sense, which is interesting because the third eye is also about vision in general, not just your actual eyes but your psychic vision. So this might be a spiritual, oh yes, it's definitely a spiritual awakening or reawakening, because we can go through multiple spiritual reawakenings. I know I have. So let's get more cards. This is very interesting. Somebody is definitely, if you are very open about your intuitive gifts or your spirituality, people are noticing this. I'm also seeing and hearing that you bring people to their knees, but this is both a good and a bad thing, because when you're on your knees, you could be submitting, but you could also be, because I'm thinking of like, in religions, people come to their knees so that they can pray to the gods, it's that kind of mentality. So regardless, I think a lot of you are coming into a position of power, authority, or guidance for some people. We also have High Priestess, I'm not surprised. Harness mystic power. It's like you're becoming, if you're very spiritual, I feel like in the public eye, you're becoming even more so, or you're going public with this. And it's part of the reason you need to remain grounded. Some of you are going to be tapping into your third eye very strongly, and or your crown chakra as well. And this can sometimes leave us very, how do I put this? You can get spiritually high. That is very much a thing. That's when you're in your head all the time, or you're spacey, or you're just, you're vibing in the upper chakras. So you don't feel very grounded. You're not very, realistic about things, or you're having a hard time being in your body, your human body. So I feel like that's why grounded is here. Like, you do have to take the precaution of being grounded. Let's go ahead and get, I'm being told to get another card. I'm trying to figure out who these people are, but I'm not seeing anybody. Heart Guardian, love and let yourself be loved. For some of you, this could be your friends, or if you have a partner, it could be your partner. Somebody very close to you, is family as well. The heart chakra makes me think of people who love you. So anyone that's close to you is seeing this aspect about you. And it's all good things that they're saying too. I'm not really getting anything negative aside from the immaturity here, but I don't really want to see it as an immaturity. It's more like you're new to this. So of course you're coming off as a newbie. You're new to this. It's growing pains. Oh yeah, martyr. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Shadow attribute is addiction to self-pity, but I'm seeing more the light attribute. Some of you are learning to think more outside yourselves and about other people. This is especially true if you are being called to either a line of work or like some sort of ability where you're helping people. I am thinking of like tarot readers when we decide to put our services out there. It's like that kind of thing, or light workers, or anyone who deals with the spiritual realm. Like, it's like doing this for other people. You're being asked to see outside yourself, even though our services do cost money and whatnot. A lot of us post videos for free here on YouTube. It's that kind of thing. Let's get another card. But I'll say this, pile 5, you're coming off as very strong. Okay, liberator. Yeah, you're helping people. Oh, this is... Why was I given vampire? You're liberating people of their demons. Prince, mystic, knight. Yeah. It's kind of like you're a spiritual warrior, I guess, is the way to put it. Which I'm always weird about that kind of phrasing, just because I feel like spiritual warrior could also mean somebody who is like shoving their spirituality or religion onto people, but I'm not seeing that as strongly here. Because with liberator, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing the negative thought patterns. And with vampire, you're releasing a lot of people from the things that drain them, or the things that are not meant for them, the things that bog them down. You're learning how to... You're either learning how to do this, or you're doing this for people already. Liberator also makes me think of the goddess Hecate, because she's known as the light bearer into the underworld, showing people the way to their psyche, to their subconscious mind, to letting people know that they can redeem themselves. That would make a lot more sense now, because I feel like some people are asking you for forgiveness, but I don't think it's because they did anything to you personally. It's more like they need guidance and they don't know what to do. Like I said, you're the Valkyrie here, taking the dead of to Valhalla, or yeah, like you're doing a service for people. I'm seeing like a ferryman, a middleman here between the physical world and the spiritual. I feel like people are seeing that you have a gift. And maybe you're new to this. Maybe you're new to this particular thing, or you're coming off as younger than you are. I know a lot of light workers, spiritual workers tend to be a lot younger. And that's mostly due to the energy that we channel. I mean, that energy is literally a life force, and because we bring it through ourselves, a lot of us can look younger than we are, because some of the older women who do this will have like the most amazing skin or a youthful vibe to them. And they're meant to be that way because they're meant to guide people younger than them. You know, they have to be able to relate to them, essentially. But that's just a side note. Regardless, I feel like you are providing things for people so that they can better themselves. With the white buffalo woman, I think there's no coincidence that these two came out, even though they're like two sides of the same coin. With peaceful and wild, I think it's the same thing. Like, some people think that spirituality is meant to be peaceful, but it could also be not so peaceful when, you know, life is stirring up certain things in you and you have to deal with them. When you're being told when you're being called out on your BS and you have to deal with it. You know, it's that kind of mentality. Because I do see you holding some people accountable for the things they do, but also letting them know that they shouldn't be so hard on themselves, that it's just part of the human experience. I do see you both growing through this and allowing people to grow with this. It's like, it's very symbiotic, the way healing helps. Whenever you become a healer, you heal others, but you also heal things within yourselves that you see in others, because the first thing we will notice in others are things about ourselves. And this is true regardless of spirituality. It can also sometimes be within relationships, for example, or friendships. So the next time you want to criticize or have like a judgment about somebody, you have to ask yourself, why am I seeing that? And usually it's because you have experienced it in the past, so you know how to recognize it. And then sometimes it's because we find it within ourselves, even if it's in the most deepest, darkest place that we don't want to acknowledge. And I know this because I would do this to my mentors, I guess, all the time, and I would point it out, and they wouldn't like it, because, you know, they were the ones teaching me, so they felt a little they would get a little annoyed with that. But as, at least personally, as somebody who considers yourself a guide to people within the spiritual realm, I have to be I have to be held accountable for the things that people tell me, because sometimes people can tell me things that I don't see myself. It's like being so wrapped up in something that you don't notice it. That's why the growth is here. That's why the faith and the magic is here. Let's talk about your third eye, though. It's being so ridiculously amplified. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you are going through vision problems as well right now. You're either bettering it or it's getting worse and you have to better it, because the third eye is tied to your eyes, or maybe you're having something going on with the eyes. Let's just put it that way. because I think it could be good or bad depending on your situation, but you will have, yeah, something about your vision is coming through here. There is something about you coming from a place of love, though. And I feel like that's why people are drawn to this. And who these people are talking, again, I don't know. It could be online if you have an online business. It could be quite literally the people you know that you speak to this about, because sometimes when we're spiritual like this, we can be quote quote closeted because we know not everyone is going to accept these kinds of things. For example, I'm very selective about the people in my real life, my friends and whatnot, that I tell this about, though lately I've been more and more open about it, because if I want a public presence online, then I have to come clean about it. And I've only been on this journey for less than a year, so it's been a hassle. But there's something here about you being so what's the word, undeniably within your spiritual side, that like you won't be able to escape it. You'll use it for everything in life. It's somebody who uses their intuition for every decision, but don't think it's like analysis paralysis. It's more like you're being divinely guided without you really needing to be divinely guided. This will happen, like for example, if you're driving and you're wondering which route to take, like which one's going to get you somewhere the fastest, you're not going to listen to the GPS, even though you may have it there. You're gonna use it in conjunction with how you're feeling, like what your gut is telling you. So you'll be driving, and even though the GPS is telling you to go one way, you're like, I'm feeling that this way would be better or less of a hassle, so you end up going that way, and then you end up avoiding like a traffic that suddenly developed as you were driving past that road, or something along those lines. Like you're just learning to live with intuition within yourself, because it's part of your calling, because it's part of how you're meant to deal with life. This is how people are seeing. I'm also seeing your spirit guides seeing this. Maybe this your spirit guides are spilling the tea on you, which is cute. But yeah, remember to stay grounded. And loyalty. There are some people who are going to remain loyal to your vision, but I'm also seeing you have to remain loyal to yourself. There are certain people who feel that you don't know what you're talking about. And there's always going to be those people. There's always going to be like, I don't really believe in that stuff. Yeah, there's always going to be those people. You're not going to pay attention to that. Don't worry about that. But let's go ahead and get into the tarot portion, because I love this energy for you, pile 5. Like, clearly as somebody who is very much into this stuff, I love it. And I know I get a lot of tarot readers on my channel as well, or people who are very spiritual. So if you're one of those, I feel like this reading is for you. This is something about what it is that you do that is being called to the forefront. But I feel like you needed to see all of this just well, one, to confirm, because if you're always asking for confirmations in the real life, like you're asking the universe for signs that you are on the right path, I feel like this this particular oracle section was proving that. Sorry. There is something about timing at play here. Like there's a reason it's happening now and not either before or whenever it is that you wanted. Let's go ahead and get the cards. So the first one is going to be how people are seeing you physically. The second one is going to be how they're seeing you internally. Third is going to be how they're seeing your actions. Fourth is going to be what you will do should you hear about this. Will you hear about this? And the fifth one is going to be any actions that are going to be taken as a result. And maybe we'll get a clue into who else is saying this. I feel like it might be just a general audience and close friends. Like that's mainly what I'm seeing. And some people get triggered by the things that you have to say, of course. I mean, don't they all? Don't they all? Even if you're not trying to say anything mean here, like you're trying to put it nicely, because I'll go to tarot readings on YouTube like this, or like they're so nice and polite, but I'll just get triggered over something they called out, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, but I know better than to blame them or take it out on them. I'm just like, thanks, Spirit, that's something I needed to work on. Whenever you talk to Spirit, sometimes it gets triggering. So what are people saying about your outer appearance? Again, Seeker of Wands. Either that you're new to this, or that you don't know what you're doing. Again, the youthful vibe is coming through here, but just because you're youthful, or because you have maybe you have a like a beginner way of presenting yourself. Because I've noticed that sometimes, like, I've been reading tarot for years, but whenever I do these videos, I come off as though I don't really speak my things as thoroughly or as confidently as most people, mostly because when I'm tapping into this energy, it's a lot of energy. It's all over the place. It's way different when it's in person. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. How are people seeing you internally? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. So there's definitely a trust here. It's almost like people are willing to do what you say because you seem reliable and stable, and I feel like you really are. There's a very grounding energy to you, even if you yourself are not very grounded. The things you say, the things you do help people to ground themselves. You could also see this as money, so maybe there's something about your finances here. Maybe you help people specifically with like abundance and finance when it comes to the spiritual realm, manifesting and whatnot. Because Pentacles is very, the Pentacles are very physical. It's very much in the 3D. It's the human body. It's the earth. What are people saying about your actions? Ooh. There's something about balance here. There's something about a give and take where you give as much as you take. But I'm not seeing, well, how would that make sense? It's reciprocity. It's like you understand that in order to work with people, they have to work with you. And this is true, especially when it comes to for example, energy work. You're literally dealing with energy, and if people aren't ready to open up and be healed, you're not going to be able to work with them. Because I'll have people ask me about something, and then I get to like a sore spot within the stuff that we have to work through, and they shut down immediately. It's happened a lot. So there's something here about you're not going to put in the effort if people don't want to put in the effort either. And this is true about like anybody who guides anyone through anything. You want to see people be able to do the work. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time with them, you know? So you might be selective of the people that you choose to take on, and that's okay. That's fair. That's not to discriminate. It's just that if you know people aren't going to change, why bother with them? And I feel like this comes as a result that you've dealt with this in real life as well, like with friends, family, lovers. So you take this kind of mindset into your clientele or with the people that you are dealing with here. Let's go ahead and get, yep. Well, if you will hear about this and what you will do. So Ace of Cups, it's only going to open your heart. Like you're going to take everything that people say to heart so that you can adjust your way of being to better suit them, to better suit your audience and the people you're meant to take on here. There's definitely a feeling that you are very open-hearted. Like you're not coming from a place of the ego or of judgment. You're coming from a place of love and understanding, because when you work in this kind of field, you have to be very understanding. You have to have compassion. Again, not saying that you will allow people to walk all over you, but you have to be open-hearted here. Let's go ahead and get the last card. Any other actions that will be taken as a result of this? I'm sorry, this isn't really like a gossipy kind of reading. Pile 5. We do have 4 others and they had juicy stuff, but this one is more like spirit just wanting to let you know certain things about should you take on a more spiritual path or the clientele that you have. Because like I said, I know I get some tarot readers on here, so I feel like for a lot of you, this is it. This is your reading. We have the King of Pentacles. I do see you making a life out of this, or at least finding stability within this. This is something you're going to do for a long time. We have both the King and Queen of Pentacles. Again, letting me know to ground yourself, that you need to be in a grounded energy. Otherwise, you may feel yourself getting, I'm hearing dizzy. Some of you might get dizzy. Some of you might get headaches. Like it will manifest in a physical way if you don't ground yourself. Because again, Pentacles is physicality. It's the human body. It's earth. But I do see you being able to make a living out of this should you want to, because there's something about your finances that you kind of worked out here. And you'd be surprised at the amount of tarot readers I find out are Tauruses. There's literally at least 5. Not including me, that I watch, and I'm like, I didn't know that. Especially the ones that don't tell me their birthdays until like I get to know them, and I'm like, oh wow. So lots of earth energy. If not that, it could also be Virgo or Capricorn, which makes sense. I feel like those signs would be the ones to monetize to make a business out of spirituality, because earth signs are always thinking about the bag and finances and stability, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can combine both. Maybe some of you are learning that it's okay to make money off of your spiritual endeavors as well. For those of you who don't, for whom that doesn't come naturally to, I feel like you're learning to be comfortable with accepting monetary gain out of this. even if it's indirectly. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards. So how are people seeing you physically? Judgment, something intense about you. For some of you, it's the way you look or the way you come off. Like if people know you in person, it's your energy. There's an intensity about you. People cannot help but shift and change because you are near them. And I know healers do this very naturally. You come into a room and people cannot help but adjust, shift, and want to heal around you, even if it's on a very subconscious level. In fact, it's mostly on a subconscious level. And you will draw to you people who are in need of help, or you will draw people to you that who really need an eye-opening, awakening kind of situation. It's very interesting. You will naturally draw these people to you. I don't think you go out of your way to find them, because judgment is very powerful here. The judgment card, this is Pluto energy, Plutonic energy. This is meant to shift and change people, whether they like it or not. This is going to be a lengthy reading, but I feel like you deserve it, Pile 5. Let's go ahead and get clarification on how you are coming off internally. I do see you coming off as stubborn, not gonna lie. Like there's something about your particular methods that you really keep us like a, how do I say this, a rigid regimen, because there's something about you see spirituality as kind of like there's a method to it. It's kind of like working out, like you have to do the same thing over and over again. And that's true. If you want to have a very strong intuition, you have to remain consistent with how you approach it. Not everybody, of course. Some people take a more free-flowing manner to it, but the way I was always taught by multiple mentors is that you have to keep doing the same thing. For example, meditate every day, do the work every day. So some of you, I think you are coming into an energy where you understand that in order to maintain this, you have to channel, you have to do the shadow work, you have to heal every day, even if it's just with yourself, because it's a muscle that you are building here. We also have the 10 of Swords. People are learning from your own, from your heartbreaks, from the places where you've been wounded. Another way to see this is that I feel like some people think you're just there to tell them all the crap that they don't want to hear. But this is how we heal. We highlight the things that are hurting, that are wounded, so that we can become better. We point out flaws so that we can strengthen them, so that we can heal, mend, strengthen them. It's that kind of mentality. It's like you go to a doctor. Of course, your doctor's going to point out the things that you need help with, because they want to make sure you become a healthy and stable person. Like it's not there's anything wrong with you. It's not an attack on you, but you're meant to strengthen this. And I feel like people are seeing this within you. Again, some people don't like it because some people don't want to heal. They don't want to shift. They're afraid. They want to hold on to their baggage for whatever reason. But you make them have to face it. And some people aren't ready. And if they're not ready, this is why this goes very very seamlessly into the next card, you're not going to take them on. It's like, and it's, again, no disrespect to anybody, but if you know someone's not ready, then they're not ready, and you're going to leave it alone. You may even tell them this, and you know, if you need to refund it, I guess refund it. But regardless, because I know when it comes to energy work, people don't really ask me for that, because it's majorly shifting. It's very transformative, and not a lot of people are equipped to handle that. So they just go for the basic stuff, the surface level stuff, the tarot, the answers, or the astrology. Again, very surface level stuff. But you're gonna get some clients who either want or need the deep healing, and you'll know who they are, because they're the ones who are tired of their own BS. When they're tired of your own BS, that's the biggest thing. You know they're ready for a major shift or change. How are people seeing you in your actions? They actually feel you're very compassionate and in control of how you feel. You really know how to guide people with a loving heart, even if they don't see it at first. You do have a heart beneath all that what? I don't know. Some of you might put up a front of being a certain way that isn't very loving or spiritual. I think some of you might have a little bit of Ice Queen within you, but people are seeing that you're actually very compassionate and understanding. Let's see, anything else that you may do, or that you may think when you hear about this. 9 of Wands. Some of you might get a little defensive, but like I said, you're not, like, how do I put this? Defensive, but you're not taking it personally. This is your guard up. This is ready for a battle. But this is also Athena wisdom. Like, you're willing to work through the things that you see, because like I said, when we heal others, we find things within ourselves that also need healing. We heal ourselves when we heal others, or when we even read for others. it wouldn't surprise me that when you read certain things, in fact, I hear this a lot from tarot readers, and I've noticed this when I've been doing my channel, recording things for my channel, I will see things very similar that have happened in my life within some of these readings. And not always, of course, sometimes I get readings and I'm like, who is this? But I will see something very similar, and that's meant to reflect something back at me so that I can implement that within my life, because the universe, spirit, and source is going to try and kill two birds with one stone, so to say, when it comes to this. It's like, okay, you're going to say this message, but also listen to that message because it can apply to you. It's that kind of feeling. So, yeah, like I said, you're seeing outside yourself. You're understanding that healing comes much more quickly when it's multiple people trying to heal at once. It's like teamwork makes the dream work, you know? It's like if the more people you have working on something, the easier it is. That's why a lot of spiritual teachers and gurus prefer to do like group settings. They prefer to have multiple people as opposed to one-on-one. One-on-one helps when it's something very specific to you, but the group things tend to be a lot more, it helps a lot more, like more stuff gets brought to the surface. It's like when you're in a classroom, if you were one-on-one with a teacher, you wouldn't think to ask certain questions that the rest of the students would, and therefore everybody learns through and by that, you know. It's that kind of mentality. So any other actions that will be taken as a result of this tea that doesn't really feel like a tea? I feel like it's more spirit trying to tell you what's up. So let's go ahead and get clarification for this King of Globes. Two of Daggers. The way you communicate is going to be called into question. Again, not for any, well, maybe for something. Maybe some of you are having a hard time expressing yourselves in a positive way. I know I do that. Like, I understand that sometimes I'll say the first thing that comes to my mind and I'm like, oh, that didn't sound right. That's just my personal experience. But maybe some of you are realizing that you have to communicate in a way that makes more sense to your audience, to your people. You're learning that you might have to either have a more commanding voice or a softer voice, depending on your situation. Maybe quite literally some of you are dealing with throat problems because you're having to speak so much truth, and or you're having to speak a lot. I know I get this from time to time when I do my readings. I will just get a sore throat because I'm talking so much. And sometimes I'm having to say some difficult things as well. And it's, you know, it's not easy. But regardless, there's something here about the way you communicate that you're really going to pay attention to. And in some cases, you may have to learn what to say and what not to say. That's always been my biggest thing with intuition and spirituality. Like, people will ask me, say this, and I'm being told not to. Or I know that they will not take it well. This happened, gosh, multiple times over the course of the last 2 weeks for me, where people have been asking me things and I'm like, I can't say it now, or I can't tell you because you won't listen. And sometimes you have to preface it with that and they'll be able to accept it. Like, they'll ready themselves and they'll be like, okay, let me go ahead and do this. And sometimes it's just not the right setting, you know. If it's a group setting and you want to tell somebody something more about their life more intimately, or like on a, you know, you don't want to have to expose their truth to the whole world, you might do that. That's not going to be always the case, because I've been in certain group situations where they're quite literally telling their whole life story, or they're exposing something very deep about that. But there's something here about tailoring your communication to fit what it is that you are doing. Back of the deck. Ooh. The Knight of Swords, letting me know that your messages will carry a huge impact on how people perceive themselves, perceive life, and sure, perceive you, but like, it'll set them on the right course here with the Magician. It's going to be empowering, and it's actually going to make them feel a lot more happy and fulfilled, even though there is work to be done. And there's some emotions or mental clutter that they're wanting to hold on to, but you are setting them on the right path. This is beautiful energy, pile 5. Again, I'm sorry this isn't the tea that you wanted to hear. I feel like some of you came here for some juicy gossip, and like I said, there are other piles that do have that. So if you want to go to those, by all means do. But this is the tarot portion. I'm very proud of you. I love what it is that you do, pile 5, because I myself do it as well. Let me know in the comments if you want to let me know anything about what you do, or if this is resonating. But yeah, I want to thank your angels and your guides. Oh, I said angels. I don't typically call out the angels. Maybe some of you have angels. Your guides and your higher self for bringing this forward, because I feel like I myself needed to hear this as well. So our guides are coming together, letting us know what's going on here. Let's go ahead and get your closing advice. I'm using the Enchanted Love Oracle, and even though this is typically a like a love messages oracle. I'm being told to use it to channel what things people are saying about you. And here I really do want to channel like your clientele or the people who watch you or the people that come to you for your guidance and advice. So for my pile 5, I'm working on myself so I can be the person that you deserve. Oh my God, I love this. The people who come to you are definitely working on themselves. Like, people want to do the work to make you proud or to like, yeah, they want to make you proud. They want to be a client or a person that you deserve. I love that. I truly love that for you, pile 5, because there's nothing better than having a student who's willing to put in the work, you know, to make sure that you're not wasting your time. Let's get another card. Oh, okay, this one fell out. You drive me crazy. I'm in so deep. Yeah, you're driving them crazy with the things that you are exposing about them to themselves, that like they have to do deep internal heavy work. I like that. I like how these are actually making sense in this scenario. I don't know how to love. I've been hurt too much before. You're definitely helping people heal a wounded heart or just some sort of wound because they've been hurt. And maybe they don't even know how to approach it. They don't know how to get there because they've been ignoring it for so long. I get that a lot, where some people, I'll read for them and I'll explain something to them about themselves or tell them what's wrong. And they're like, well, I don't know. I don't see that. I've never, and this, look, I love my straight men. I know some of you are on here. I am not trying to be mean, but some of your bros out there do not want to acknowledge that they have wounds because they want to pretend they're a big tough guy. But the thing is, they've never thought about it, or they've just overlooked it and don't realize that that wound is there until something happens in their life. And because these are a lot of the people that I get straight men. I guess I have that energy. I don't know. But and they sometimes don't see that they have wounds. So they don't even know how to approach it. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to get there. And it doesn't have to be men, of course. It could be anybody. This could be anybody, but they don't think they have anything wrong with them because it's never been an issue. But then you read it within them and it's like, well, it's there. And this is that one thing where like people have to be ready to grow, to shift, to heal. Because if they don't acknowledge it within themselves, then you can't really help them. Back of the deck, I stalk your social media platforms. So yeah, some of you have a social media presence, and I don't think it's stalk per se, but they definitely follow you, or they pay close attention to the things you have to tell them. Let's go ahead and get your, I'm using the Cozy Witch Tarot deck to get some closing messages for you. For my beautiful pile 5. Yeah, really do let me know, and I'll give you a little follow, a little subscribe if I have the socials for it. I'm mostly on Instagram and YouTube, because I know there's like some spiritual stuff on TikTok, but I've never gotten into TikTok. I try. I always try. Okay. You can take that loud noise in the background as confirmation. We have 5 of Pentacles. Nothing is ever as hopeless as it seems. So maybe some of you feel that this would never go anywhere, or that you wouldn't really be able to do this. But little by little, you'll see every day some sort of sign that you're heading in the right direction. Yeah, I'm actually seeing people approach you wanting your advice, like in person, or like they're gonna come to you. So like this is something where the business starts because there's a demand for it. So it's gonna be a very natural progression of you coming into this. At least that's how I'm seeing it for some of you. And then for some of you, like the money will trickle in little by little. You may have to start with lower prices or with like a more accessible thing, like a more accessible platform, but then it will, like, you will build your clientele from that. You have to start somewhere. You know, everyone has to start somewhere, and beginning wages are not always the best, but it's something. All right, let's get another card. 6 of Pentacles again. Every blessing you give will eventually be returned to you. Like I said, whatever you put out there, it comes back to you, and this includes the healing. Healers heal themselves by healing others. Yeah, there's a big reciprocity here. And for some of you, it could even be something physical, like Reiki. The Reiki will run through you. Reiki masters, they always just come out so youthful because, again, they're allowing that energy to flow through them. And it's that life force. The life force will give you vitality. I'm being told to get one more for you because I really do love this energy. And I love the messages that I'm getting for you, pile 5. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. But let's go ahead and get one more. 10 of Cups. Okay, but sometimes it really is all about rainbows and smiles. At the end of the day, what you truly care about is pure happiness and joy because you believe everybody deserves that. We were not put on this earth to suffer. We were put on this earth to live joyous lives. Everybody, regardless of their life path, regardless of what their life has dealt to them, we were meant to be happy. That is, I think, everybody's truest life path, their truest calling in life, regardless of what else comes with it, you know. And you really want to set the path for this for other people so that they can heal, they can grow and be better and have their happily ever after. But this is where I leave you, my beautiful pile 5. Thank you so much for letting me read for you and for being in your energy. Thank you to your guides and your angels for allowing me to channel this message for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care.